Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Been an interesting morning. Guess what we get to do? We get to have some fun, but the difference is sometimes things are frustrating, and we want to do as much as we can to get past this and understand our biggest concern I have right now is this month's over. It's over. Ha! Almost over. Unfortunately, I stutter once in a while. I wish I wouldn't do that, but it's like frustrating. Both sides of my brain sometimes go, ay, 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 ay. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Okay. Well, they didn't leave this room right, but just typical. They left a little bit right, but not a lot. All right. As we go live today and we have some fun, what do we have to do? Let's get a tab and a pen out. Let's understand what we're trying to accomplish. Is it easy? No. But what we get to do, we get to have some fun. I think what you need to do is understand exactly what you're trying to do. Okay? Now I'm Ray Reynolds. All right, we've created this show called the Ray Reynolds Blueprint Live. But now this is my 23rd week. Wow, wow, wow. 23 weeks. TikTok, all right, YouTube, having some fun. Now understand something for me, all right? It's been easier another way because I'm writing checks. I've been writing checks for 50 years for millions and millions of dollars. And that's radio and TV. I'm nationwide on Sirius Radio, all kinds of things. And that's fun. All right, starting TikTok and YouTube and all this other things, social media, it's like unique because it's like, ay, 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 ay. I've never seen so much blah, blah, blah and BS. I mean, everyone's a coach. Everyone knows everything, but they don't. I mean, this is ridiculous. All right? They talk about you can write off your Rolex. You can't do that. Write off your haircut, the wedding, the chef at home. It's like, where do these people get this dumbness? I mean, do they really think people believe that? I don't get it. Maybe they do believe it. I mean, I don't get it. All I know today is you have the ability to change your life if you want to. All right, is it easy? No. Okay? When I brought in my first million, I guess it was easy for me in the first million. Okay, because I invented something called Car Finder. That's all it was. It was an idea and a concept. When I created that, I just almost blew up the garage and a remote control and then, all kinds of stuff with the garage door opener. I'm trying to figure out how to create something. I didn't know it was going to make money. I wasn't trying to make money. I was just trying to get to pass go and, create something. I was inventing things as a kid. I was tearing things apart. I was making seeds and selling those and clackers and all kinds of stuff, having fun. I took the Singer sewing machine off the sewing machine because she kept complaining about it. Little motor. I put it on my skateboard to see if it would work. It actually did, and the newspaper took a picture of me going down the street. I was 8 years old at the time. Okay, so I did that, and I did all kinds of other weird stuff because what I want to do is see if it would work. Then I came up with this idea after going to, Disneyland, all right, the Edison Elementary on 181st Street in Torrance. We went to Disneyland, and we, for the day, and the bus drivers got the ability to be a chaperone. Our bus driver, I guess he wasn't too bright. He didn't know where he parked the bus. Can you understand that? All the buses look alike. He didn't look up to, is this Dumbo, Pluto, blah, 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 blah. All right, so we come after Disney, and I know he paid attention, from the park, and we came to the parking lot, and there's like 200 buses or plus, and what are we going to do? So the bottom line for me is trying to figure some things out. So I went home. I was, always tinkering in the garage doing things as a kid, and I wanted to see if something would work. So I would go to Radio Shack all the time. Popular Science was one of my favorite magazines, and I was always thinking how to build something, and that's what I did. So guess what? I tried to make the garage door opener, make the horn beep. That's all I wanted to do. Can that garage door opener make the horn beep? It was an idea. So the bottom line is I wanted to see if it would work, and like I said, I almost blew up the garage and the car and all kinds of stuff, and I actually got it to work. Okay, and learned about resistors and capacitors and all kinds of PC boards and this as a kid and just weird stuff, and I got it to work. So I started just going to the library as a kid. See, I was weird because I was used and abused as a kid. It sucked. I found myself at the library all the time, and the library is where I got to hide. I guess my hiding place was the library, and I got to read books, and that was my thing. See, when Mrs. Hope basically had that poker game when I was 7, okay, she said basically they were talking about this, corporations being a legal person. I didn't know what it meant. Okay, I'm 7.5 years old when I found there, 7 years old at the time. And, they're talking about this, and Mrs. Hope, this poker game. I don't know if you ever heard of Dan Blocker, Michael Landon, the Ted Turner, Jane Fonda, producer Mission Impossible. A Laker, actually was a Laker, and then became an attorney, and all kinds of people there. I'm listening and learning, but see, I was told by, Mrs. Hope would tell everybody who came over, don't talk to that piece of, in the corner. I was a piece of what in the corner. I mean, this woman was just the devil, and that's what it was. So for me, all right, I was just trying to figure something out, and I heard something prior to all this building it up. At 7, I heard a corporation's a legal person. I didn't know what that meant. I mean, I'm 7 years old. What the hell? I went to the library the next day. See, we went to the Torrance Police Department down the street, and then from there is the library's around the corner. So I wanted to find out what it meant. So I took my little piece of paper because I wrote down what they said. They said a corporation's a legal person. Okay, I don't know what a corporation is. Hell, what is it? Okay, so I understand a legal person. So I'm a legal person. I'm a kid. See, I taught myself how to read when I was 2.5 years old and freaked Mrs. Hope out again. So what did I do? I mean, she read a book. I tried to sit next to her. She wouldn't let me do that, but I could see from a distance. So I memorized all the words. So I taught myself how to read. Literally, when I was 10, 7 years old, 2.5 years old. No, I was 3 years old at the time. 2.5, 3 years old, and I'm memorizing the book. And the next time she got the book out, I read it out loud in my head. And she goes, "Where are you from? Your planet?" She called me. I was from a different planet. So I could read the book in my head, and she didn't understand that, and I didn't understand it either. Just so I'd see it. So I taught myself to read, in 2.5 and 3 years old, and I memorized the book. And so there's all this history. It's like, okay. And then by 7, I'm listening to poker games. So again, I was a piece of blah blah blah, and just being used and abused. I hope, and her whole family. It was ridiculous. And nobody gave a damn. So I was born in a taxi on the way to Guardian Hospital. My mommy and daddy didn't want me. Okay, they weren't married at the time, I guess, or some crap. So what did I get to do? So between Mrs. Hope and the corporation's legal person, go to the library, all right, doing their things. I got the motor off the Singer sewing machine, building a motor on a skateboard, all these things. And I come around at the thing at Disneyland. I was just about 9, 10 years old, and the reality is I just tried to make it work. And I worked on this project for a long time. I didn't know what I was doing. I was screwing things up. Okay, good God Almighty. Well, good morning. So anyway, I'm trying to figure it out without blowing up the garage. So I did all these other things. I did all kinds of weird stuff. I made skateboards, and I make my own surfboard when I was a kid, and I just trying to create things. And it's really weird because what's happening is I'm going door to door selling seeds, clackers, and 1 yards. Trying to incorporate some legal person. So I'm going to the library from like I was 7 years old. Sorry, going a little through my head. And by the time I was 9 years old, I got brave enough to send away $10. Mowing yards, was $1 for the front, $2 for the back, and seeds, clackers, and mowing yards. What the hell am I doing? So I sent away $10. That's what it said in the magazine or the newspaper, and also things we're looking at in the book in the library. So I'm putting in the newspaper. I'm gathering magazines as a kid as well. How the hell these people got all this money? How did people get rich and famous? Is like the goal. I'm trying to figure this out. Mrs. Hope, she said she'd go from hell. I mean, I remember the first time she dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier, and she rolled down her window, and she'd do this every day, all right, literally 6 days a week, 7 days a week sometimes, and she just dropped down and rolled down the window, and her thing was always very simple. She's like the devil's wife. Well, simple. If you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'll leave you there to die. This woman was just that bad of a person. It's like she enjoyed hurting me, I guess. So again, I was 3.5 years old when she did that the first time. I stole off the pier, got in trouble for that too. I'm all over the place. And I'm eating out of trash cans because I was hungry. I remember the guy on the pier who caught me stealing off his stand, grabs my hand. I thought he was going to throw me to the sharks. I don't know what's on over the side of the pier. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I mean, all these things, I'm just trying to create crap and things and save my life and figure out how to get out of hell. So I'm magazines, this and that, library, inventing this, tearing this apart, doing this, and just all over the place because I had nobody supervising me anywhere because this being let go anywhere else she wanted to drop me off. And that was just the way she was. She was just a piece of crap. So when I heard the library and I read a book about corporation being a legal person, that's all I wanted to know is what does that mean? You say it triggered my head for some reason from the 3 years old to 7 years old, and all of a sudden the library, all right, 7 to 9, and corporation legal person. So I sent away my $10. What am I going to do? See, a corporation back then for nonprofit was $10, and that's what I did. It was $10. Okay, selling cheese clackers and mold yards. $2 for the vent back from the front, and the little money order, no problem. We were doing, I was buying savings bonds and all kinds of weird stuff. That's what I did. Now, the weird thing that happened is when the corporation came back, within about 2 weeks, all these credit cards came in the mail. Now, Mrs. Hope thought I was a crook. By that time, I'm 9.5 years old, and I'm a crook. Okay. Ay. So, credit cards came in the mail. She couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. So, she called Ted Turner, who was at the poker game. Now, here I am, 9.5 years old. I got credit cards that came in the mail. Mrs. Hope's freaking out, thinking I'm a crook, because credit cards back there in the 70s and 80s and 90s came in the mail just to initiate the card. And that's what happened. Just initiate the card. So it's like, what happened? So no problem. She gathered the credit cards, and Ted Turner comes over, and all of a sudden he says, this little boy, da-da-da-da. And Ted Turner's asking me a question. He goes, how did you do this? And I'm going, okay, I don't get it. I don't understand. I did a corporation. I read the SS4 form. I sent that away and got a tax ID, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what happened? See, the moment you get a corporation today, or a division, or sole proprietor, all this junk mail comes in your mail. And you get all these invitations and all this pretend stuff and all these applications that says you're pre-qualified. All these lies are coming to you in the mail today because it's a lie, because you're not pre-qualified. It says you are, but it's a lie. Results may vary, kind of crap. So between the mixture of me freaking out as a kid, trying to figure out, okay, what the hell's going on? Now I'm watching TV, I'm thinking of what needs to be done, and all of a sudden, these people have these mommy and daddies. So I didn't know what a mommy and daddy was as a kid, to be honest with you. I had no idea what a mommy and daddy was because I didn't get one. So okay. And it's like that fat guy never came to my house at Christmas, so maybe I'll get one there. I don't know. So all this crap going through your head, and you're trying to figure it all out. It's like the first coma I had, I was 7 years old, 7.5, because I rode a bicycle. Use my face as the brake. It's like, ay. It's like all this crap. Mrs. Hope would drop me off different places, to Redondo Beach Pier, Torrance, all over the place. And, if I was in a certain spot at a certain time, she'd say, I'd leave you there to die. She enjoyed this crap. She was just the devil's wife. It seemed like at night when she dropped me off places at 3 o'clock in the morning, because it was dark, her eyes went red. It's like I'm dealing with the devil. It's like, this is what it is. So what do you do when you're a kid trying to figure this out? It's like you're a grown-up. Hell, you're trying to figure this out today. And you're doing a lousy job. I'm going to give you my opinion. You might not like me. You might not like my opinion. I think your problem is you get to a certain point in life and you have this rerun again and again. It's a damn rerun because you don't get off your butt and go get it. It's not nobody's fault but your own damn fault. I mean, I learned a corporation's a legal person. I did that when I was 7.5 years old. So I got my first corporation. If you look at online, if you're a Czech Secretary of State, California, you'll find out a company was started, Helping Hand Industries, by a kid that was 9.5 years old. That's what they show it. I'm the kid that grew up. So I'm trying to figure things out. Okay? Credit cards come in the mail, corporation. I'm going to come at 7 doing this stuff. I remember Joanne and Carl arguing about $20. My face hit the curb, and this is a phony tooth. Half of it was broken off. And the $20 was a porcelain tooth, so they gave me the silver tooth. See, all these lousy people you got to deal with in your life as a kid, it just sucks. So I'm trying to get to hell, out of hell. What do? It's like the corporation be a legal person. I learned that at 7 years old, 9.5 years old, got a corp, and trying to figure this out. And she wanted to take the corporation all these pieces. Later on, I actually suspended the corp, and then I reinitiated it again. All right, because in 73, I wanted to bring it back to life. Because she's trying to steal it. I mean, what do you do? So again, what do? I'm explaining to Ted Turner. Hopefully you know this. There's 26 ways to use an SS4 form. But you don't know that. because you haven't done your damn research. I mean, I don't get it. And 80% of your men, you started a business, you fall on your face, you swear to your family you're going to take care of the family, and you take care of it. You're the man, you're the husband, you're a father, all this great stuff. And the difference is your business failed or you didn't get where you wanted to go. And that's your own damn fault. See, your lack of knowledge is our dumbness. We're not dumb people, we do dumb all the time. It's like a corporation being a legal person. Me, I learned that when I was 7. Was I supposed to learn it then or not? I don't know. So it's like today, it's like this is the Red Rose Live. Okay? We decided, we created this show 23 weeks ago. Writing checks for millions and millions of dollars. The biggest check I wrote was $10 million for marketing. Because I have info commercials, all kinds of stuff. And I created my first $1 million, literally as a kid. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I'm trying to get through hell and at the same time create things. So I'm all over the map, and it's like, you're stuck in your rerun. It's like, sucks. You don't know what you're doing about corporation or LLC. I got 5 LLCs. So why would you do that? You don't need that. Plus, they're going to, audit you because you have 5 in other states you don't live in. Okay. I got C Corp, S Corp. That's like that. Stop. So I studied this ever since I was a kid. So I've mastered it all as a kid. Basically, I studied the library almost every day. And I want to know about corporations and structure and finance and get out of hell. So all I saw is Redondo Beach from the pier was Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes, Rat Beach, and Marina Del Rey. They got money. So I don't get my money. How'd they get their money? See, I don't think you study rich and famous people like I did. John D. Rockefeller is my favorite guy. In 1934, this guy has a irrevocable trust, and he creates billions and billions of dollars. Back then it was millions, and it became billions. See, the Rockefellers don't do what you do. The Trumps don't do what you do. Or the Gettys, the Fords, the Dodge, okay? All these people, the Hiltons, they don't try to take an LLC and do business. That's called dumb. We're not dumb people. We do dumb all the time. They own companies. See, an LLC is a limited liability company fed off a sole proprietor. So that's how it became LLC. But again, it's a limited liability company. All these silly people. You can write off Rolex. I have a collection of Rolexes, guys. I went to a jewelry mart basically in LA, and I wanted to look at 12 Rolexes, and I did. They asked which one you want. I said I want them all. I bought them all. Why not? I mean, I don't get you. You want to learn to do things, but you won't get off your butt to do them. Half of you, and the bottom line is it's a bunch of hooey. It's a bunch of screwed up things. But again, what do you want to do? I'm going to always say this is basically because I have a good disclaimer. It's educational content only. Sure, it can be entertaining at times. Finding out I basically got used and abused as a kid, you had a freaking trash can. That sucks. Okay? Not illegal, tax or financial advice. Results may vary. That's how it is. I mean, you can follow me on TikTok all day long. That's fun because I'm online 2 or 3 times a day having fun. From there, you can subscribe, you can click, you can follow, all kinds of stuff. But again, will you get off your butt to do it? I mean, you're guessing. I mean, most of you are guessing, and this is a ridiculous thing. You're guessing of what can be done. I mean, the reality is, when I helped set up the credit system, I got dragged into that. See, I'm all over the map. Because why? Because I'm successful at the same time being used and abused and all this BS. How do you get out of hell? So Helping Hand was a good mark, okay. By the time I'm 12 and a half, I'm vending products and stuff, no problem. And I made it work, and I wrote a patent. By the time I'm 12 and a half years old, they can't figure my age out. And they'd ask, how old are you? I go, none of your damn business. That's what it was me. So I had a beard at 12. For some reason, I had a beard at 12 years old. My hair guy. Okay? Well, I wrote a patent, and they don't realize how old I am because I kind of lied a little bit. And I submitted the patent and mailed it away. I got these letters in the mail, like 3 or 4 letters. Would you like to sell your patent? And it's like, okay, what do you mean? So someone offered me a check for $1 million. What do we do when you're 12 by the time it's 14 and a half? At 14 and a half, okay, got the patent, got it approved, everybody's offering things. I'm ignoring the hell out of people. They're just getting junk mail. And so by the time I'm about 14 years old, okay, they offer me, over time, they offered several times. They would offer me money all the time. It's like, okay, why do we need the money? I'm trying to figure things out. So at 14, I was brave enough to say, okay, all right, you can buy my patent. And then I'm looking and researching everything else. And I got a licensing fee back to me, but I did it through the corporation structure. So all of a sudden, I got basically literally $1 million check. Okay, I got license agreement, everything else. People were signing contracts. Back then, we didn't use notaries or something. Yes, I just signed it, and that was it. Got a witness or whatever. But again, I'm having fun. I went to the bank, so I kind of lied when I was a kid. The biggest lie I probably told back then, because I stole off the pier. I stole. I'm a thief at 3 years old. I was hungry. From there, basically, I lied and I had to get a birth certificate to open the bank account and to pick up my Lamborghini. That's what I wanted. So I basically borrowed this, and lived at 1074 Reading Avenue, Costa Mesa 92626 with these other people. And so I'm being thrown around all over the place. These other people. Well, their son had a birth certificate. I saw it on the dresser. I borrowed it. I went to the DMV, got a driver's license. My driver's license when I was 14 said I was 22. Is that okay? They didn't know my age. None of their damn business. I mean, I'm smarter than everybody I'm talking to. They find out I have recall. All right, most things. They tested me twice, and my IQ's off the freaking chart. I write with both hands, talk at the same time. That freaked them out too. They didn't like that. And then from there, I could tell them how to read the book better than they could, and they didn't study the book. I mean, these people, they're supposed to be teachers. They're supposed to know the book. I had to correct the teachers all the time, and they hated me for that. So all of a sudden, I got the driver's license, got the check, got the bank account opened up. I tried take my Harley Davidson. I bought a Harley, and I had a Kawasaki 650 motorcycles. I was building motorcycles by that time, and go-karts and surfboards, and just hustling all over the place and having fun. Now, this guy named Carl showed us a movie called Cannonball Run. Cannonball Run was simple. Okay, I saw a Lamborghini. The doors were hell. Look at the kids were all, I think they were 14 years old, 14 now, but looking at the doors, and these guys were looking at the girls. They're looking at the girls and go, look at those girls, all right? I'm saying, look at the damn car, look at the car, all right? So why did I say look at the car? Simple. I knew if I got the car, I'd get the girls. See, they're looking at the girls. No. I get the car, I get the girls. That was the easy stuff. I mean, come on. So I bought my first Lamborghini. I was 14 and a half years old. All right, picked it up from the auction, $60,000. Got $1 million in the bank, and I'm having fun. What would you do? I mean, come on. You're trying to create things yourself. It's like today. If you had, how to say it in the nicest way, if you would just step up to the plate, call the specialist, all right, at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock this morning, and you could answer those 10 questions, you could get off your butt. But you're too busy doing it wrong. I mean, it's ridiculous. I created my first $1 million. I'm a damn kid. I created my first billion, all right, structure at 21 years old. It's like, what the hell did you do? I don't get it. So my life was like, all over the place, but I just still created things and finally got out of hell. I went to court at 14 and a half and asked if I could be considered as an adult. They said no. I had to wait till I was 15 and a half. The judge told me to get a job. I got a company. I get $1 million in the bank. I'm driving a Lamborghini. Going to East Coast College part-time. Working out of the company. Tells me to get a job. What a not too bright of a judge, okay? I don't get it. Okay? See, even that was a journey. See, everything you do is a lesson. I was told to get a job. Driving a Lamborghini, okay? Orange Coast College part-time, so I tested a 2-week in junior high. They threw me in college versus high school. Wouldn't waste my time. And all of a sudden, I'm trying to figure this out, and I wanted to be classified as an adult, but I'm 14 and a half, because I had to tell the judge the truth. Okay, I want to sign a lease. I didn't want to, I'd buy a car, I didn't want to sign a lease and lie in the lease. I wanted the court to actually consider I'm 15 and a half years old, but they told me to get a damn job. I got a job, so the only job I could get is night. So here I'm going to East Coast College, driving a Lamborghini, working at, 55, all right, Harbor Bowl. This guy owns the whole complex, and he invented some thing called video pong. So I'm watching him do things, okay. So all of a sudden, it's a thing. I found a job at Lucky Supermarket. So Lucky's hired me as the night crew supervisor. They thought I was 22 anyway. Thank you for the loves and everything else. So at 22, I'm the the night crew supervisor, but I'm actually only 14, 15, 16 years old. I couldn't figure it out. I wouldn't tell anybody. They're their damn business. They got a beard. They can just figure it out from there. Now, I got hired, and they're driving a forklift to back up the truck. I'm the night crew supervisor. No problem. And all of a sudden, the guys driving a forklift are in part of the interview. And I'm watching them do everything. Everyone else say, I can memorize what you do. And probably 5 minutes later, do it as good as you, if not better. I used to piss people off all the time on that, too. They asked if, can you drive a forklift? Of course you can. I just memorized everything he did. Anybody can do it. It's simple. I didn't tell him that part, but yeah, of course. So the night comes in, and all of a sudden they tell trucks come in, and they back up. So they're backing up the truck. Okay, and this is my first night and everything else, and all I remember is, and now it's very simple. He's backing the truck, gets out of the truck, he says, "Is this store 128?" That's what he said. Okay, is this, you had to confirm the right store he's delivering to. So is this store 128? Okay, no problem. That sounded good. The one store 128. So from there, I said, yeah, it's 128. How you doing? Okay, he has a clipboard, and we got a sign for all this, and so I have to get the forklift, and I have to unload the truck. He has 2 pallets for me. Well, I get on the forklift. All right, where's the keys? I knew how to drive it because I memorized what he did, but where's the damn keys? He didn't have any keys. He was a little switch. Because when I watched him, he was already doing it, so I figured out the switch and unloaded the 2 pallets. You see, the key thing for me was not unloading the 2 pallets and signing a little piece of paper. The key is what he said. See, this is where I don't think you know how to listen. I don't think you know how to listen. I think you're doing what you do every day. It's like amazing. You listen to these silly people online. Wee, what did? F your grandma, don't buy a house, sell me the water. I mean, where do these clowns come from? I mean, it's ridiculous. And you're watching this crap. All these people on TikTok and everything else, they're all experts. No, they're not. I think I've only found one person I would classify as an expert. Okay, and that's ridiculous because, it's about it. At least he has he's a CPA or something that's got a good background. The rest was a bunch of hooey. See, I heard 128. Did you hear that? See, your problem, you didn't hear it. Is this store 128? This is what I record information in my brain, and it sorts differently. And that's what I heard, 128. Is this store 128? Okay, no problem. All right, that's what he said. That's what he said. So what am I thinking? Where's 127, 26, what's 129? So the back of my brain, I'm thinking, okay, what the hell's going on? Good morning, Mr. Reynolds. Good morning, all you guys. Good morning, everybody. I'm just having fun. Explaining how I got to my first million for the hell of it. Because they wrote me a check. First billion was kind of fun too. Okay, because it was structure. I realized about all that studying and reading magazines and going to the library all the time and studying law and accounting, rich and famous people don't do dumb things. They own companies. You want to do your LLC, good for you. Good for you. Hey, I'll pray you make it. Most of you will fail. 99% will fail. Because what do? You have no structure. You have no structure in finance, and the dream is a bunch of hooey. I mean, your problem is you doing it wrong, so keep doing it wrong. Keep pissing off your wife, guys. Keep making her go, this is not going to work. You do it every day. It's amazing. You do the same routine. It's like get your butt up earlier tomorrow morning. Get up early. I'm up at 1:15 in the morning because I have fun. I get my 3 hours sleep. That's all I need is 3 hours. That's period. That's all I need. Maybe 4 at the most. That's about it. Why not? I'm just having fun. So 128, 129. Then I do research. Lucky Supermarket owns Jimco, GNC Sporting Goods. They own Pioneer Chicken. They own these pieces. This corporation owns pieces. Woo! Yes, I'm thinking. Back in my head, what am I going to do? See, your problem, you scroll all day long, go, wee, 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 look at the circus. Look at the circus, look at the scroll, wee, wee, wee. If you just listen, or just understand how they did it. See, you should watch rich and famous people. Not a bunch of silly people like that red or that, there's a yellow, there's a red and an orange, about the trust, about John Lee Rockefeller. The whole book's a piece of crap. It's crap. I've never seen some crap. You go through what the hell? That's not John G. Rockefeller. You're using his name because he's gone. You're allowed, you're getting away with it, but it's a bunch of crap. See, today, you get a paycheck. It's taxed. Rich and famous people get a draw or a paycheck. If it's a draw, it's still a paycheck. They get a paycheck to offset their taxes, and they do tax balancing. Well, you're trying to make an LLC do business. I mean, I've never seen something silly in my life. I mean, I don't know about what you're really trying to do. I mean, I think you're trying to take care of your family, I would hope. But the bottom line is, what's next? I mean, when you take an LLC to do business, okay, and you think it's going to do business, good luck with that. I mean, I watch Dave Ramsey. It's like what's in his. I mean, this guy's been lying since day one. I mean, I don't like liars. If they sell and they get that $15 million building, and they sue the building, and they sue that, the only thing they get is the building. See, did you hear what he said? See, you agree with that crap because you're not thinking. Who signed for the loan? He did. Every time you hear someone talk about asset protection, they're full of doo-doo. They don't have an asset to protect. They're all doing it wrong anyway. It's equity protection. It always has been. See, rich and famous people leverage equities and they protect the equities versus you trying to say the asset. Because the bottom line, if you have an LLC that owns a building, like he says he does, for basically $15 million, when they sue the building, they sue the LLC, they would sue him. He's on the loan. They might have won the judgment, got the building because it has what? Equity? If he did assignment of equity, he wouldn't have any equity. He didn't do assignment of equity. He basically said they get to win. Someone signed for the damn loan. Because every building has a loan to leverage into more money. See, the goal is to never bring the pain home, like someone repeated after I teach. Never bring the pain home. So when you have your LLC, bunch of silly people, I got in Wyoming, got in Nevada, I said, stop. I mean, it's crap. I've never watched so much crap in my life. It's ridiculous. I can create millions and billions of dollars every other day. It's not hard to do. It's easy for me. And basically, it can be easier for you too as you paid attention. But you're so busy scrolling all the way home. And your structure sucks. You have no structure. You have no structure. I'm in an LLC. I give corporations for free for 50 years. Free. They're in the link. Free. Here's your free corp. You'll get your own tax in. I'll do it for you. I'll pay my paralegals to do it. Okay. Now get the bank account. I mean, there's so much things you need to learn. There's 1,000 steps, rules, and tools. And you think just having a piece of paper is going to solve your problem. It doesn't. I mean, all of a sudden, if you had $3 million of credit like this, you could solve your problem. But you don't have the $3 million because you're too busy going, woo! That's what you do all the time. I don't get it. Why would you be you? I mean, why? I mean, it's amazing. If you had that LLC correctly done, you'd have 18 divisions. See, rich and famous people let the division or the piece or the subsidiary be the duck and sheep. So do banks. You're so busy being the duck and sheep yourself, you bring the pain home. Every one of you, you got 80 or 90% of your men. You brought the pain home so many times it's ridiculous, and 60% of marriages and divorce are because of 47% try to business. What does that mean? It means you brought the pain home, you scared the hell out of her, and you fought about money. And the friction, I mean, the woman for you guys, you have to realize she's your queen. You have to take care of your queen since day one. The moment you fight or say something you want to regret, it's like bite your tongue a little longer. The moment you bring the pain home, it's like you freaked her out. And this is that friction and becomes husband and wife because you fell in love. It's like you bruised the relationship and that sucks. That's only dumb people that do that. All right? I mean, 99% of businesses fail. It said 97, but it's actually 99. So if your structure is wrong, how are you going to make it work? Structure builds finance and dream. It always has. If I had an LLC today, I need 18 divisions. That's 18 divisions for structure. If I have a C Corp, it's double taxed. I got to convert it to an S Corp. So it's not double taxed. The LLC is fed off sole proprietor, and it basically became that as an LLC, limited liability company, and it should be converted to S, so therefore it's easy. You don't have the unemployment 50.3% tax. You have these silly people. Let your wife and your daughter and your husband and your dog and your cat fish work there. I mean, I've never watched someone dumb in my life. I don't understand. I don't understand dumb. Okay, sorry. That should be your future, right there. Okay, the way they position this today, it really sucks. Okay, but again, that should be your future. Okay, that should be your future. That's your future. But that's an LLC with 18 divisions or an S Corp. or a C Corp converted to S, whatever you want. I mean, there's your future. I mean, you drive by your future every day. You drove by the Wendy's restaurant the other day, and you didn't ask why you don't own the damn thing. I mean, I've never seen something as dumb in my life. I bought my first Jack in the Box. I was 19, just for the hell of it. I wanted the two Dockos for 99 cents and all kinds of stuff. All kinds of things they did. You know, what was it, Rodney Allen Rippey or something like that. He worked for that, and then you had the one lady for Wendy's going, "Where's the beef?" You know, and all this silly stuff. It's like, as a kid, it's like, okay. So creating the $1 million structure and billionaire structure. I mean, someday maybe you'll get to know me and know that when I went through the process to get for a millionaire structure, then billionaire. See, billionaire was just daisy chaining, leveraging all over the place, having fun. You can leverage anything into $1 billion. It's not hard to do. I teach rich and famous people to do it every day. I've incorporated 3 presidents. Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels, and all kinds of fun stuff. Because I got it basically put into the credit system. It was not my plan, but the reality is you have these circus people out there going, wee, wee, wee. Let's pay it off every month to be a ding dong. Let's pay it off every week to be a ding dong. The creditors call it cycling. You're going to lose your accounts. You're going to shrink your limits. Or you're just going to destroy what you're doing. I mean, the bottom line, this should be your future. This should be your future right here. Okay? I like the way they set this room up today. Anyway. So that should be your future. I mean, the bottom line is, why don't you own a piece? I don't get it. Why don't you own a piece of something? I realized being an auto income, and I invented auto income. It's for me. It's like people, what's this? What's this? Stop. I wanted money coming automatically in to the corporation and the divisions, so that I don't want to work, I don't have to work. I don't have to get up, but I do. I love having fun with you. Simple. My wife bugs me every day. It's again, honey, we had a discussion yesterday. Sweetheart, this is my 5th year. I made a promise to Jesus Christ when I was 7. Let me finish my 5th year and we'll travel. But if we travel, I will still coach my private people that I coach. Okay, she's, it's like you have to negotiate with your beautiful wife who's your queen. She wants me to enjoy everything I built. She wants me to enjoy all the money. We already do. She has everything she wants. Okay? So if we do this correctly, it's like today. Your biggest problem is getting money. You need to focus on what you're trying to do. The bottom line is, what do you do today to get the goodies? Okay? I'm going to move this sucker around. I don't like what it is. Maybe better's over here. I don't know what these guys are doing today. Okay? Maybe put it over there. Move it around myself. Okay. So, I like that better. That's nicer. They had it all wrong. Oh, what can I say? See, that picture would be great. Can you imagine? Can you see that too? Can you imagine? Could you imagine today that you would listen to somebody who's created over $60 billion of money and credit? $60 billion the last 50 years for his clients and himself. That's me, by the way. So you haven't done that. Why not? Why haven't you done that? What's wrong with you? These don't work? Could you imagine today, okay, that you got off your assets and you just do what needs to be done? I don't understand. Why do you do what you do today? Why didn't you get up, all right, an hour before you did today? Why didn't you find your me time? I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm up every day right now at 1:15 in the morning because I enjoy getting up early. Because, I used to be 2:25. So understand, I'd wake up at 2:25 because I got to do that as a kid because I had a problem. The abuser would get me at 2:30 in the morning. So if I got up before you get abused the shit out of me, all right, it was okay. All right, I remember being a little boy crying and looking in the mirror because the closet door was there and the abuser got me. So if you want to get out of hell, that's what I had to do. So I'd get up at 2:25. But 23 weeks ago, I started TikTok. Wow! I decided to get up earlier. And you know what happens? I get up at 1:15 now. Okay. I got my 3 hours sleep last night. That's all I need. It's ready to go! So you're going, oh, I need my coffee. Oh, see, the person that says, I need my coffee, that's weak. It's, ooh, stop it. Get off your butt. Knock it off. You get stuck in that drama. You want to, it's like you're performing for your friends and family. I need my coffee. I'll shut the door. Get off your butt. Go get the damn money. You get the money, you get the honey. It's that simple. The honey's the goal, the dream, the house, the building, whatever the hell you want it to be. Your biggest problem has always been you. Stop being you. I mean, I've been looking in the mirror since I was a little boy. Look in the mirror and fire yourself. Say you're fired. You should fire yourself. I mean, I'm sorry. I think what you do is wrong. If you get to know me, how I created my first $1 million, I was a kid, first billion, 21 structure. Hell, why not? I mean, I'm fun. It's like today, I'm okay. What's that mean? The bills are paid, there's extra in the bank, and I control millions and billions of dollars. Well, I don't have to get up, but I do because I like getting up. Some of the other days, like Saturday, where's your uniform? Where's your tie? Saturdays I don't wear a tie. Oh, the other time I wear a tie. This is my uniform. Ever since I was a kid. Why do you wear a tie? Says that's so people wear stupid T-shirts with the cap backwards. No, that's called silly. That's what's silly. You see, I learned if you're going to be a person that teaches, you should look the part. It's like being the pastor I am. If I'm going to teach a school, a Sunday school, or give the sermon, I'm going to look like this because this is what I do. But I'm not full of crap like most of you. Isn't that terrible? I said half of you full of you. Don't take it personally. See, the reality today, if you really wanted to go get it, you would create $250,000 off every American Express card. See, you could create $250,000 line of credit off every one of these damn cards. A gold and platinum card invites you to $250. Right there, right there. It's like, damn. You keep stealing the money from your family. How's that feel? How's it feel knowing you guys are stealing the money from your family, rolling the dice, and you screw up, you bring the pain home? Why do you do that? Ladies, you do the same thing. Okay? Structure builds finance and dreams. I mean, there has always well. But you don't want to go get it. See, you don't want to go get the goodies, do you? The goodies and goodies and goodies. Today, when you drive by the Wendy's restaurant, the storage unit, they're everywhere. The laundry, the car wash, okay? I wrote books on all these things 47, 48 years ago. Why don't you ask you, why don't you own the damn thing? What is wrong? These don't work? See, do what you do. Do what you do to make the money for the family. But if you have an LLC, good luck. I mean, I got 5 of those. Well, Yogi. I mean, how silly can someone be? I mean, this is very simple. I mean, they're going to audit you if you have an LLC out of state. If you have an LLC out of state or any corporation out of state trying to hold your equity and assets, okay, good luck. They're going to audit you. And then the IRS on top of that turned to everybody else a week ago said we're going to pay you 30% everybody rats anybody out. So all your friends and family are going to rat you out and they're going to get 30% off you. See, this is called silly and dumb. You need one LLC or one C Corp or one nonprofit or basically one PC or S Corporation. So, well, maybe that's wrong. I'd like a nonprofit plus an S Corp. You see, if we did this correctly, could you imagine if we did it correctly? What a concept. You would actually be able to buy this car wash. It makes 7 people in the car wash $7,200 a month forever until it burns down or they sell their piece. Simple. Forever! Isn't that fun? Forever, forever, forever. But you're so busy being you. Congratulations. How's that feel? How's it feel being you? And you bring the pain home all the time. How about a storage unit? We were putting bids on all 3 of these last week, just for the fun of it. Because it's fun. You see, we have, and I've already allocated this just to let you know, it's kind of fun. I like having fun, don't you? Well, that was just me when I died, and the yachts and the race boats and the goodies. So what do we have to do? We've allocated $10 million. Right there. He's even certified. I've allocated $10 million. Why not? You don't get this. When we give a certificate and an offer, they listen and they perk up hey! You're too busy being you. Do you have $10 million allocated, ready, put aside? I don't, but the company does. It's not mine. It's not my money, but I control millions and billions of dollars. It's not my money. Hey, you cats, how you feeling today? I was praying for all of you and even you too. It's like anything else. We're trying to play the game. Okay, what's the game? Well, the Ravenels Investment Group, about a year from now, it's going to be worth about $10 billion. Just for the hell of it. Because I created auto income. Auto income, auto income. We should write a rap song of auto income. Now, here's the go. You do it all, or we'll do it together. Or I'll do it. Pick one. You do, we do, I do. That's what I've been saying for years. So I think most people full of do. I'll challenge anybody to have some fun if you want to play, but you got to play my way. Because your way sucks. And it's everybody to say. It's like today. Okay? Some of you are going to hire a credit repair company. You can hire that credit repair company all day long. Go ahead. Go for it. Why not? Credit repair. It's against federal law. You might want to get my book called Winning the Credit Game for the hell of it. It's free in the link. How about the one for the kids I wrote last year and for the adults owning credit? See, these books are free for every one of you. It's free. It's in the link. It's simple. So you got Starting Out Right for you and the kids, okay, and Winning the Credit Game. So what happens is today your problem is your lack of knowledge, and I think your lack of knowledge kind of sucks. You're not building the foundation in the dream. You're building the pain so you can bring the pain home. Why would you bring the pain home? Why would you? I don't get it. I don't get it. You have your job, you support your family, you're trying to do everything that needs to be done right, and you don't get up an hour early to find your free time, me time, and then you have no structure because it sucks. Then you roll the dice as an LLC. Got 5 of those. You listen to all these silly people. Silly people. I mean, it's like credit repair. Come on, this is the HR 9981. Look it up. I mean, if you looked at today, credit repair is against federal law. All right, they're gonna remove your credit. Look what you show use. You got to watch all these weird people. It's like dealing with what's in a circus. It's like their makeup, their hats, and their backwards. This way. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ay, ay, ay. You see, if you're hiring a credit repair company, you're trying to rip off your creditor. You didn't pay your damn bill. I don't believe in that. And then you wonder why you have a flat tire, or you have to run out of gas, or something goes wrong. Everybody wants God to open the doors, but look what you're doing. You're trying to rip off your creditor. Credit repair is a fraud. Federal Trade Commission says you cannot charge money up front at all. You have to be a nonprofit. You have to basically have a 501c3 and register at the Attorney General's office. You see, there's no magic wand. Mine's broken and bent. Me. And I'm the guy who helped set up the damn credit system. I'm a consultant for TRW back then, no problem. But it's like all the credit bureaus for years and years. TRW, Spirit, Charge, and Equifax had consumer credit counseling. That was my company. You don't get this, do you? I've done so much for this credit system and so much for 50 million people to learn how to do this right. And that's the goal. Every one of you should learn to do it right versus wrong. Your way, I'm going to tell you it sucks. Hope we don't get in trouble for that, but it's what happens. I mean, the lack of knowledge you have today is ridiculous. I mean, let's think about this, okay? Today, every one of you gave permission to the IRS to take your money off your paycheck. You gave permission. Nobody gave permission besides you and Mommy. You and Mommy gave permission for the IRS to take money off your paycheck. You get the leftover. You get pissed off on your first check. Look at my check. Where's my money? You go to personnel. Well, the IRS gets their cut first. But I didn't work. I barely worked. Oh, whiny baby. Knock it off. You have to understand, it doesn't change. It will not change. You have to accept the fact you get a paycheck, the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. There's a reason there's an SS5 and an SSN. There's a reason there's an SS4. See, rich and famous people understand SS4, and I teach them the 26 ways to use and not abuse it. The SS4 receives money no taxes due. Your SS5 and SSN taxes due now. No. You pay tax. We all do. Line it up. Hey, your problem is you. All right? You listen to silly people every day. None of you really want to go get it, do you? I mean, the reality is you want to control millions and billions or no. Nah, you don't want to, do you? I do. It's fun. I love looking at 19 bank accounts. There's so many numbers. What do you look at? I don't know anymore. It's like you just monitor the bank accounts and have fun. You see, I got to the point I'm bored as a kid, very, very much so bored. So I decided to help people. Actually, I got sucked into a program and had to fire people. And the story, and it's this Boeing telling me to shut down a plant. I decided to help them all instead. Wow. You ever seen 412 people cry because they just got fired? You lost your job. All right, here's compensation, severance, and we're shutting down the plant. You're fired. They said laid off. It's the same damn thing. What's the difference? We get a paycheck. It sucks. Could you imagine today if you were at my workshops on Saturday? How many of you were at workshop Saturday? Okay, these workshops, classes on Saturday, I've done for 50 years. If you were at real estate, you go, what the hell? Wow, wow, wow. Me, that's good. You learned a lot, didn't you? Isn't that fun? Now, if you take the knowledge and put it in place, you could actually win the game of business. Winning the game of business, what a concept. Now, if I gave you the classes on free on Saturday and you learned a lot, why are you not telling the damn word about me? Why are you not spreading the word for Ray Reynolds on the Ray Reynolds movement I had in 2009? Before my second come, I get to die and come back, it's all gone. 3.7 billion gone. What do you do? Why aren't you helping me? You learn the knowledge, and I'm trying to say, okay, if I'm going to help you, help me. It's fair, right? I gave it for free. What'd you give me? What the hell did you give me? Spread the word and let people know Ray Reynolds is the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's not full of crap. He's really he knows this. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the SS5 form. Come on. You get taxed. All right. Ray Reynolds is the goat. Well, we can't call God the goat, but God gave me the brain. It's simple. I mean, I got an IQ off the chart. I do stutter once, Ron. I try to recorrect that. And I rub both hands at the same time. I'm doing a commercial. I go, why can't you stop your hands? They don't stop! I rhyme and I also stutter. Son of a biscuit. Well, what do I do? Well, the bottom line is very simple. Okay? So the reality is basically you're full of credit, not crap. Well, that's true. See, the S is 5 we have to master. I mean, understand. You want to get to millionaire status. Is that correct? You want to get to millionaire. Okay? But the problem with that is you have to understand, no matter what you do, you get a paycheck. You got to get past about, I want to be rich, I want to be rich. No, you get a paycheck. Even rich people get a paycheck. Something pays their bills so they can offset taxes and play the game. So let's focus on paycheck. Today you get a paycheck, okay? We know, now that you know, it's very simple. It's in the link below too. Download an SS5 form. Get to know what it is. The SS5 form is right there, right there, right there. The SS5, you agreed, or your mommy did, depends when Nixon took the gold standard when you were born. Nixon took the gold standard out in process 71. August 71. So I have to see it in my head, okay? So August of 71, Nixon takes the gold standard out. Okay, what do? Every woman at the hospital is federally mandated. She's got to fill out the SS5 form with the baby being born within 2 hours. It is highly recommended to the baby go, ma, ma, ma. The baby say, oh yeah! Now here's a form. Ma'am, I need you to fill out these forms to release you from the hospital. And they'll do this on your sign. That's amazing. The SS5 forms right there. They get you the SSN for the baby so they can bond the baby for $35 million apiece. We are bonded for $35 million apiece. The time of death, the time of what? That's for state and federal government. That's what I got. I had to go to court and say, hey, I'm not dead. I made it. They gave me a time of death at 5:41. The moment they give that time, your credit report says you're dead. You're deceased. That sucks. How do you explain to the judge, all right, I died, but I came back? All right, can you get a letter from your mommy? It is funny. What mommy? The one who put me in the trash can as a baby? All right, what mommy, okay? What am I going to give you? How about your daddy? It's like, it's a damn joke. This life has been so, see, for all of us, it's mean and cruel, but we're trying to get through the process, and we realize we get knocked down all the time. So the SS5 form is SSN. You agree with the IRS, they tax your paycheck. Your paycheck. Your paycheck is taxed because you allow it to be taxed because you had to give it permission. You have no choice. How do I get my money back, right? House payment. You see, let's understand. If you're paying a lease payment today, you're making somebody else rich. If you're paying a house payment for 24 years, that's interest only. It's interest only. Okay. So if I have a house payment and I took my money and my taxes every paycheck and I have a house payment, what I get to do? I recycle the money, I get it back on the tax return. 24% of that is interest for 24 years. For 24 years, it's all interest. So I get my money back. So if I learn how to recycle my paycheck and my house payment, my lifestyle becomes my lifestyle is my income base. Income is lifestyle. So if we would understand how to process tax balancing, you can learn what rich and famous do every day. It's called tax balancing. Tax balancing is the key to it all as we play the game. It's like for me, I got hired by TRW as a consultant. Okay? 1977. They don't know how old I am. My birth certificate says I'm 7 years older than I am. I'm going to school. Ooh, school, real school. Not these pretend people. They don't go to school and they blah, 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 blah. So I got sucked in from West Coast College, into West Coast College when I was 14 and a half, part-time. So I'm going to school part-time, have my job, making money. This is the way it is. See, I read the book, I can do the test. It's easy. So I was studying a lot of accounting my whole life. So I got hired by TRW. TRW was hired because that's Thomas Raymond Woolridge. That's in 77. So I was hired and wanted to think how I think, okay? Because they realized I'm a thinker, I'm basically a consultant. I became APEX certified, one of the number ones in the world, and blah, blah, blah. All the things these tests would do for me is just put me out there more for people who knew who the hell I was to help them in their companies. Working for IBM, Boeing, Apple, okay, no problem. All right, Toll Brothers, that was good. Disney was good. Helped, solve a problem for Intel about their tax bill and all the crap. 21st Century Insurance, you don't hear them anymore. How to redo that company as well. I mean, I'm a consultant everywhere. But TRW asked me questions and I gave him my opinion. I said what we should do is because inquiries started the reports, we should have basically fluctuation. God bless you, brother. Well, God bless all of us. Fluctuation. See, the sticky behind the card. So I said oldest card. That's what I said. Why don't we have the oldest credit card and let's have the fluctuation of utilization of 29%. See, 29% is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red, even to this day. I created it back then. Then I came with something, well, what about recalculation in escrow? Because the banks came to us as consultants. And I said, why don't we do this? Why don't we have a rapid rescore so that it doesn't violate the escrow and the Lending Act? See, you have the Fair Lending Act, and these are things, there's 12 acts to master, which I mastered all of them for the fun of it. All you do is read, master the damn thing, okay. So all of a sudden, rapid rescore came into place. Thank you for the loves and hearts. Rapid rescore, what do? A rapid rescore system, we can recalculate why we're in an escrow, so we're not in a violation of basically the Fair Lending Act. People back then had a problem. They're taking their deposits if they didn't come through the house. And if they got a better interest rate, it's because they lowered their debt to ratio. See, no one told you to lower the debt to ratio in escrow because that's what a rapid rescore does. Thank you for all the loves and everything else. So I'm creating this and I'm giving my opinion. Now, the next thing is like anything else. See, today's world is simple. The utilization is your key and most of you jacked up your credit. You probably should have yourself in a rapid rescore today and it would push your score up and create green lights. The green lights give you a way to reduce your debt to ratio. You have two choices on a credit card. Pay it down, or if you don't have the money, win the lottery, or get a raise, or increase the limit. All right, if we can create a rapid rescore, we can reduce our debt to ratio. The other thing is nowadays, for the last 19 years, I'm a true affiliate, a real affiliate, okay? All these pretend guys out there. These cards don't fluctuate. They don't fluctuate. So if I'm looking at my paycheck, and it's taxed because I have an SS5 because mommy or I signed it, IRS, SSN, 1040 tax return, house payment recycles my what? Paycheck, I get my money back. If you don't have a house, look in the link below and look at Pathlight. Pathlight bought us a house after coma and converted it to a mortgage in 12 months. See, I've been held back in everything you go through as well, but I know how to repackage it the right way, and I'm sorry, I think you're a bunch of amateurs. You're doing your best, but little pieces, it's all screwing up. I'm sorry, you're not doing what needs to be done 100%. Your foundation sucks. So the reality is these don't fluctuate. In today's world for the last 19 years, you would jack up these cards, never. These you would jack up and you lost your job, emergency. Having 100,000 in my hand makes sense because that gives me 71,000 of safety. See, I'm a man. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I sure don't want to be a damn husband. That's a man who was a husband, now he's a husband. Who did you say it hit up about the mortgage? Pathlight's in the link below. Right? They'll actually do it. I mean, come on. You need help, real help, not a bunch of wee. And ask me, please. I'll help you in every way you can. I'll point you in the right direction, or I'll do the work with you or for you. I don't have excuses. Most of you have damn excuses. You listen to circus clowns. I don't like clowns. Here's 100,000. By the way, here's my wife's card. She has the same set. You see, husband and wife should never have joint credit. It makes no sense. My wife and I each have 100,000 of credit each. I have more than that. It shows she a little bit, but it shows the point of 71,000 of safety. You lost your job. You don't want to jack up the wrong damn card, and you don't want to drop your score, get stuck, can't get any more. And that's what you did to yourself. Okay, visit the link. Yeah, it's the link right below. It's simple. I mean, the bottom line is this. You're wanting a bunch of this. But the reality is this isn't money. This hasn't been money since August of 71. As you read it, it says a Federal Reserve note. It's a legal tender. It's a negotiation. It's a note. It's a note. Notes become money. No, the difference is notes get you the things you're looking for. So if we basically had this today, every one of you right now, you'd have 71,000 of safety for your family. That's where a husband, father, man could make sure he didn't bring the pain home. He brings the pain home all the time. All of you do. Sorry. 99% of businesses fail because you have no structure. Your structure is just not there. You didn't build the foundation and the structure for the business, and hell, you don't even understand an SS5 form until I explain it to you. You have no idea what I'm talking about. You have no idea why they taxed your damn paycheck and you gave them permission to do so. See, the lack of knowledge is so ridiculous. It's just amazing that people bring the pain home in the first place. I don't understand why you do that. I don't, it's like the world's, for me, it's like the world is scratching a damn chalkboard. That's how I feel. It's like, damn, stop scratching the chalkboard, get off your butt and do it right. It's not hard to do. But I'll have LLC. Stop it. It's ridiculous. I've never seen someone silly in my life. So understand. That's why I give the books for free. They're in the link. Get the one for, I wrote last year for you and the kids. Understand rules and tools. Okay? I want a blueprint loan. Well, everybody does, but if you don't have structure, forget it. Without the structure, you're not getting a blueprint loan for $250,000. No one even talks about it because they know what the hell they're talking about. You know these phony people that say they're coaches, and online they're showing you their gold or platinum cord. It's $950,000. No, it's not. That's a bunch of BS. American Express, the moment you use $20,000, they put you their financial review right there. You're in the review. They shrink your limit if your credit score goes down immediately, and that's what happens. So if you don't understand the rules and tools, your problem, you're a bunch of hooey. So they're going to shrink the limit. Unless they can verify in your bank account, you had 30 transactions and $100,000 in and out of the bank account, you're not going to go get it. It's not possible. It is not possible for them to approve you getting that blueprint loan because it's not going to happen. It's right there. So you say you want it, the reality is without foundation and dream, you're not going to go get it. See, if you don't have the 30 transactions and $100,000 a month, what are you going to do? I'll help you build it up away if you want to. Hi. But again, you had a choice. See, for my clients in coaching, some of them, the elite clients in coaching, I let them use my petty cash accounts. Why not? I'm a certified CFO. So again, they can use it for banking credit purposes. I mean, March, let's get March. I mean, you gotta look at this one when it's over. Okay, there's 271. Okay, there's 56,000. There's 71 there. Okay, so last month on petty cash accounts alone showed almost 400,000. I think it meets the 30 transactions and the 100,000 in on the bank account. If not, I'd show them the savings account. Okay? This is just basically, I have to do a puzzle or something. It went dark for a second. Why did it go dark? Why does this happen? Okay. Yes, green lights. Okay. Okay, how do I go dark? Oh, I didn't touch anything. It went dark. See, this is the devil. Okay, the devil's been sitting on my shoulder since I was a kid. Okay? It's like, ay, 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 ay. So let's understand. If we really wanted that, okay, we'd have to have our structure. It's like today, for instance, okay? If we took, and let's write down checkbook money. Checkbook money is lines of credit from the bank. I can line you up to get 150s. This is Wells Fargo, B of A, U.S. Bank, and Chase. If I write a check to escrow, I'm going to be looking at a project. I'm looking at a project. The project, I'm looking at laundromats. I wrote the first book on laundromats 47 years ago. So it's in laundromats, car washers, okay, dry cleaners. I wrote books on all these things. Because that's what I was doing. I was doing it for me, showing you how to do it for you. So if I put $25,000 in an escrow, when it closes, there's 4 people part of it. Each person, after the bills are paid, they have about $3,200 a month. You're not rich. I don't want you to be rich. I think when you say you want to be rich, that's, you're saying you want to be dumb. I want to be dumb. No, you don't. You don't want to be rich. You want to be a puppet master. Silly, understand. The person that keeps to themselves says, I'm not rich. They're controlling assets and money. They don't have to put it out there. There's a lot of phonies out there who want to show, woo, sell me the water, nobody else, I'm a clown. Yeah, he is. But again, it's like anything else. If I want to buy something and I have a division, like I said, 18 divisions at your LLC, 50,000. See, numbers never lie to me. I love numbers. I love numbers. Going to the library as a kid, I love numbers because they never lie to me. Only people lie. The buyer's a liar, the creditor, the real estate agent, the broker, the contractor. All these people are full of crap. What happened in 2008? Look at how many people you lied. You all lied. You got what you deserve. Sorry, I'm going to tell you the truth. You did. You got what you deserve. You might not like the truth. That's what it is. 25% something is better than 75. Well, again, that's the point. You're just repeating what they say on Shark Tank. Mark said that many times, blah, blah, blah. Even Mark, I think, is full of crap half the time. But it's okay. 50,000, 5,600. Okay, 75,000, 7,500. Okay, 100,000, 9,620. You see, if you focused on that, there's your future. Everything else is a bunch of crap. See, today, if we looked at what you're doing today, I would blueprint you personally. Look at your past, present, and future, your house, your wife, your dog, cat, and a fish, guys, or ladies, your husbands, whatever you're doing. I'd look at structure to finance the dream, because that's your future. I mean, you can do what you do and do what you did, it's great. But why don't you own part of a Wendy's restaurant? Storage unit. I mean, there's storage units everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's a damn storage unit, no matter what we do. Okay? See, everything you do is a mindset. If you understand something, mindset. For me, I've been in 2 comas so far. First, I was 7. All right? I got to basically be crippled. Prayed and begged God to let me walk again. He did. He answered my prayer, and I said, and as I crawled on that ugly shag carpet going to the pee-pee, I promised God I'd help people for 50 years. Okay? 50 years, and that's what I'm doing. This is my 50th year. So this is the year. I promised my wife we're going to go travel next year, and I will help. I told her also that I'm going to keep my people that I coach personally, and I'm going to keep them as my group, because then no matter where I go, I get bored. See, I get bored all the time. I wake up at 1:15, what am I going to do? Besides, I would go to our gym. We have a gym in the house and everything else. Go to the gym, what? No problem. What do you do after that? Watch TV? No, thank you. That's boring to me. So I don't want to watch TV. So it's simple. Million to billions. That's what I did. Then I get to die. $3.7 billion was stolen while I'm in a coma. 3.7 billion structure. What am I going to do? See, everything to me is a mindset. Everything we try to do is, if I can touch it, I can kick it. If I can see it, I can go get it. So that's the goal. For me, I've done this since I was a kid. See it, believe it, go get it. So it makes sense to me. But again, it's your choice. I don't know if you want the goodies. I don't know if you want the big $64 million building that turns to $300 million. The helicopter. My queen, who's my wife, in the Huntington Beach house. Having mansions in, Nellyville, Big Bear, fun stuff. Havasu, Yorba Linda. I mean, they're not my mansions, but I got the keys. See, the goal is simple for you if you wanted to play, but your problem, you're too busy doing it your way. Your way's, sorry, I can't say that, I get in trouble. So you can subscribe. You could follow all day long, and that's good. It's all we get to do. If you went to class on Saturday and you learned one thing or 10 things or 100 things, or you were amazed, why are you not sending basically 100 people to get to know Ray Reynolds today? 100 people. Why aren't you helping me? I'm helping you, and you're sitting back and enjoying the knowledge, but help me too. I mean, the bottom line is, Saturday classes, I charge up to $5,000, especially for a real estate class. That changes lives. But so I only ask in return if you basically tell 10 people about me, 100 people, tell people that, hey, Ray Reynolds is not full of doo-doo. But again, I'm just asking you to do what I asked you to do before. It's like when I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years. For 32 years, I mean, who would do this? Every Tuesday, Orange County. Every Wednesday, Bonaventure. Every Thursday, Ontario. Every Saturday, Long Beach. See, no one can say anything besides the truth. Because why? I'm the guy that got the award for 32 years being the second largest advertiser in California. I sold the Millionaires Founders Kit there, okay, for $32,000 a set, for $5,000 a set, excuse me, for 32 years. I mean, hell, here I get to die and come back. This sucks. My $3.7 billion was stolen. What am I going to do? What would you do? My wife's freaking out. I'm in a damn coma, okay? She calls Ron, my district manager. This is 2009. July 4th, we took my yacht out in the backyard with a group of people. She calls Ron, my district manager, says, Ray's in a coma. He's going to die. Come help me, please. He gets a U-Haul truck, goes to the office. One technology driver, Red Spectrum, starts stealing books, gets caught. U-Haul truck. Tom, my IT manager, what does he do? I have 50 million people in my database. Okay, I am the coach for Carlton Cheats, David Gatto, rest all these people. I'm coaching the coaches. A lot of them, okay? I'm all over the place helping people. So what happens? Tom sells my phone numbers and websites to a porn site to this day. Highest bidder. I have 50 million people in my database. 50 million people. So today, guys, let's not have excuses. All I hear is excuses for people all the time. See, I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old with a lot of crappy people. I had to go to school and watch Torrance in Long Beach. Okay, you had to learn kick and run. I've been shot. I've been knifed. Kind of sucks. I'm still here trying to help people because I made a promise. I made a promise when I was 7 years old. My promise was Jesus Christ, and that's why I kept it for 50 years. This is the last year. Enjoy your year. This afternoon at 4:30, I'm going to do a Zoom meeting. You might want to be in the Zoom meeting. Call the office. The office, 800-254-9506. Register for the meeting. Because that Zoom's going to be fun. It's another form of coaching. When all my kids were at the stationery store, all the kids like corporate secretary, all these pieces. So I created all these resolutions and pieces in the 70s and 80s, all these forms out there. Simon & Mortgage, Homestead Blocker, all these pieces. It's like today, I would tell you to join a rapper rescore. If you want your score to go up, you need a rapper rescore. There's no reason. I mean, it'll create green lights and get you a base of what? Other credit cards, you can use it to reduce your debt to ratio. You can rebalance your debt. Because the reality is your debt sucks because most of you jacked up the wrong damn card. You jacked up the card, you're stuck, you can't get any more. And the reality is you got to realize these don't fluctuate and these do. So if you did it my way, you'd actually get past go and build your foundation. See, you got to start foundation and dream somewhere. These are jacked up. You got to get reduce the debt ratio, pay it down to 29%, or get a loan, or basically get a rapid and pushes up. And what do? These are the cards you would jack up in the future. Why would you jack up your cards today? I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand silly. Okay, to be honest with you. All right, it's like this is my wife's and my cards. We don't bring the pain home like you. My wife is my queen. The estate I purchased for her, after coma and everything else, her front yard's 1.5 acres. Okay? She got lemon orchards, avocados, oranges. She's She got everything she damn well wants because she's the queen. It's her place. I bought her the castle. She's the queen, I'm the king. All right, get through the gates. All her animals follow her everywhere she goes. It's like in a friggin' fairy tale. It's ridiculous. But she's happy. I would get into rapid rescore and change your life today because you're busy going, woo. Rapid would push the score up, reduce your debt to ratio. And that's how it works. All right? My wife loves her life because it's simple. All right? I like to help and give her everything she wants. She's the queen. She deserves everything. I'm the king. She's the queen. That's how it works. Every man is supposed to take care of their wife 110%. Men have to learn to bite their tongue and shut up. I mean, they say things they have to regret. No. One of my books coming out is called Bite Your Tongue, Live Longer. I've written 67 books so far. The other books are being edited to the day. It's just fun stuff. It's like if I basically had a blueprint for you. You and I were on the phone for an hour. Okay, you and your spouse. Hopefully both of you are on the phone at the same time. The call's an hour because I had to go past, present, and future. I got to restructure you for that foundation you're missing today because I want to make sure you do one thing. If you ever become my client, I can take pride and it makes you. I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to treat you like you're 2 years old. Sorry. That's how it's always been. The Millionaire's Founders Kit for the Bonaventure sold for $5,000 a set. Send the link for $499. It's ridiculous. But again, it helps you. You don't have to spend $6,000 for an empty box from Alex, okay? These poor people want their money back. But he's out there with his little patch on his nose. And then you got, all these other people, these other boxes of books and crap. I mean, I don't get it. If you buy a book from somebody, make them read the damn book to you. I mean, I read your books, okay? I read to you because I want you to focus on what you need to do. Now, today, I'd like you to call the number, okay? It's very simple today. We can opt out, 888-567-8688. So what does that do for us? What it does is it gives you the ability to opt out the national mailing list. See, you're on the national mailing list because you allowed that to happen. If you had utility bills, credit cards, automatic payment, that's what you should do. Then you make an extra payment on weekly for your credit cards, weekly. Get them down to 29%. Eventually get them down to 10. Maintain 10% at all times. Now that Ryan is light out there and people are losing their cards, now over the weekend I watched him say 9%. I mean, he bought my books years ago and he thinks he's a coach. I don't like pretending coaches. He doesn't have an education. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's talking about points and travel. That's about it. Okay? Anybody can get one of these cards and I get the lounge, I get the free travel, I get the points, 10,000 points, $60. I know how to get first class. I do sometimes private plane. So again, what do? Come on. All right? I'm not here to basically do any size. It's educational contact only, not legal, tax, or financial advice. Results may vary. I don't know if you're going to get off your butt. Your problem is not understand how to play the game. Your biggest problem is understand today, you. Okay? Maybe you don't want a house in the harbor. Maybe you don't want God's gift. Okay? You can have everything you want. I say, where do you park your yachts and race boats? I park mine in the backyard. It's pretty simple. Okay? Even the Duffy is in a division. But when I take my wife to Captain Jack's around the corner for, Friday or Saturday dinner or even brunch on Sunday, the reality is I can't write her off because this is a date. You're not writing off the Rolex, the haircut, the chef, or the wedding. This is crap. I've never seen so much crap in my life watching some of these silly people. They're coaches. I've never seen so much. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They're guessing. They're just trying to get money out of you. Where do you park your yacht? I parked mine in the backyard. Simple. But again, I parked the race boat there too. So I need the largest U-Dock for the fun of it. Lamborghinis, buildings, and helicopters. How, why not? See, the goal is to understand. I had 21 cars in my car collection. Where I'm going to park the damn cars. It's like when you get this book and you download it, you just look into it, you'll probably see part of my Lamborghini collection. I had 21 cars in my collection because I was bored. So if you listen and learn, you could actually play the game to win today. Okay? The pool I put inside because it's windy on the hill. That's fun. So the goal is simple. We can all go get the American dream if you want to. But you have to start foundation and dream. Your foundation is structure and dream. What does this mean? You take your LLC today, you put 18 divisions with it. You take your C Corp in 18 divisions. You take S Corp, 18 divisions. LLP, nonprofit, PC, 18 divisions. Divisions give you a line of defense. Then after you start making money, your C Corp basically should be S Corp because it's double taxed. Your LLC should become S as well. So you don't have to worry about the unemployment tax and all the BS they tell you. But again, this is what you should do. 97% of businesses fail. That's actually 99 right now. Most businesses fail. Instead of scrolling, going wee wee all the way home, you realize they fell, and they fall, and they don't make it. You had no structure, finance, and dreams, so you had no money. So it's like anything else. If I'm going to build a business, I have to understand Chase Bank has 0% interest on credit cards, up to 16 months, personal or business. I want the 18 divisions to clone the money. I want every division to have its own line of credit. That's what you're allowed to do. Every division has its own tax ID in the near future if you do it the right way. I invented division process in '84. I've been through the whole system for 50 years being a real coach. Old school, new school, and future school, because I am the school. Because guess what? I'm sitting in the building called Ray Reynolds University because we have a 501c3 exemption. We're real. The difference when you go to class. Would I like to get these 350 right here per division? That's the goal, per division. If I do this correctly, the corporation should have $100,000 as a credit minimum. Okay, $100,000. Here's $350,000. Every one of these cards has a paid overtime limit of $100,000. So every one of these have $100,000 paid overtime limit. They all say Ray Reynolds University. Hell, why not? They're right here. Okay? See the real stuff, not the phony stuff out there. Every one of these cards entitle me to a blueprint loan. A blueprint loan here gets up to what? $250,000. Because I want to go buy a piece of something. I own a storage unit, a laundromat, car wash, or whatever. Do what you do, but understand about auto income. Maybe you want to add it to the mix. Maybe you want to add it to the paycheck because you failed. You try the multi-level marketing. You try the real estate. You try this. You try that. You try the insurance and all kinds of crap. But instead, why don't you do something that just makes money? It pays the bills. You can do whatever you want if you want to, but it's up to you as well. If we take this, for instance, today, we put a bid on this last week, and it looks like they accepted our bid, and we're negotiating. It's only $1.1 million. Here's $1.1 million. It's a car wash, okay? 7 people will get $7,250 per month for the rest of their lives. They're not rich. It's forever. They're not rich. It's a division. See, they don't let their LLC own you because if they screwed up, someone got hurt, they'd sue the LLC, they'd sue you. They would sue you. That makes no sense. No rich and famous person lets their parent company do business, but you're trying to reinvent the wheel. You're trying to do something that's never been done before. And that's your biggest problem. It's never been done before, but you think you're going to accomplish the goal. Why don't we have a division and own a storage unit? Laundromat. Okay? Which one do you want? We're picking 2 of them right now. So guess what we have? So if you have the ability to position yourself, which we do, okay? Gotta remember something. We've allocated $10 million right there. It's even certified. So we've allocated $10 million for escrows, and they pay attention to us. They pay attention to us when we give them the offer, because they know if basically I'm going to follow through. So I'm going to obtain these things myself, but I offer my clients if they want a piece. If they don't want them, it's fine, just go away. It's simple. Their pieces, they write a check to escrow. They write a check to using checkbook money. They write a piece by using a blueprint loan off American Express. They write a piece. They own a piece of something. That piece, if we put $25,000 down, all right, or basically anything else, I'll hand you $50,000 of credit. I'll give you $50,000. You put $25,000 into an escrow. Let's go to a piece of income. Okay, that's going to be about $3,200 a month. There's 3 divisions in an escrow. But again, I charge $8,000 to put it all together for you. But again, all right, if you wanted to basically that, it's 6 months. We got 6 months, 6 divisions, 2 escrows, and I get you $75,000 of credit. Use $50,000 in the escrow. That's $11,000 to do that. Okay. But again, if we wanted 9 months in a program, it's $15,000. 18 divisions, let's go after 9 escrows. But again, that's what we do all the time. But again, I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself. You can do it yourself, I'll do it with you, for you. Now look at gas stations. I like storage units, okay? An apartment's going to be because we put $1 million in the apartment. We're not going to buy something that's basically, doesn't make us a turnaround in money. It's like, here's 12 months, it's $20,000. But we're going to do about 12 escrows, and we want 36 divisions. And I'll keep building credit till we're done. And by the way, I'll probably never be done with you, because that's no fun. So again, it's like anything else. If we put you in a wrapper rescore, and then I put you in a blueprint loan, in a blueprint structure, we're going to restructure your life because what you do is wrong. You might want to join me this afternoon in the Zoom meeting, because we're going to have fun. Goals are simple. Again, 18 divisions, 9 lines of credit, 9 locations, makes sense. But that would be to basically, I don't care if it's a C Corp, an S Corp, nonprofit PC, LLC right now, because again, you start making money, I'm going to convince you to take the LLC and turn it into an S. So we just get our income and offset our taxes. The C is double tax, turn that to S as well. There's always a reason we keep it this way until we're ready to go. We don't start with S Corp. Again, what do? You might want to get 20% on anything we do today. You invite people into a program. That's what you get to do all the time. Invite them to a program. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them to follow. All right, call the office, register yourself, and get those 10 questions answered for yourself, because that's the ultimate goal. See, every one of you have the ability to finance in the dream, but it's structure. Structure builds finance. See, my goal right now is hopefully in the next year or so, we take the Ray Reynolds Investment Group and we turn it into a $10 billion company, which is what we forecast. I want to ring the bell at the stock exchange. That's what I want to do. I want to ring the bell. So this is basically you do, we do, I do kind of thing. So I invented auto income in '87 for my clients because they wanted to get into a piece of something, and it makes sense. So we already allocated the money. All we have to do now is we keep adding escrows and escrows. Santos has about $5 billion of escrows. We have forecast for the next 12 months, $5 billion, because it's just fun. I became a corporate billionaire structure when I was 21 years old. I'm not going to stop just because I died in a coma, came back and sold my goodies. I want to rebuild it again and again and again. The goal is simple. Every one of us have the ability to have that mindset. If I can touch it, I can kick it. See it, believe it, go get it. So it's the ability of knowing how to do these pieces. It's not hard to do. The thing is, are you willing to do what it takes? Right now, you keep falling yourself and go blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's what happens all the time as we do this structure. So let's go through some of these notes and everything else earlier today. Okay, if you ever notice, I try to answer questions based on my topic, and that's what I do. So guess what? We do all kinds of stuff. Wow, there's thank yous. Join the club. That's good. Okay. Looking for any questions. If there's a question, please ask the question. It's half the fun. I'm already in the credit refresh and got the LLC set up. What's next? Go to class. Understand. Get the tax ID. So you have the LLC set up, because I'm sure it wasn't us set up the LLC. Because I like setting up S Corps. No, I like setting up C Corps. We'll do whatever you want. But the reality is, I'd rather set up a C Corp than any corp out there. See, an LLC is not a corp. Okay? Go to the classes. Go to the Zoom meeting today. Okay? It's at 4:30. Okay? So as we play this game, we can win. So, step by step. Okay, Okay, what do we got? Good morning. Okay, credit refresh and process. That's good. That's what you need. It helps with the score up. Here, we have 2 problems. Okay, hopefully you can still see me because I'm listed all the questions by moving it over. A wrapper rescore, as long as you do what you're told, it'll go up and away. Reduce your debt, create green lights. A lot of times I watch clients get a new loan or SoFi, or I line them up for Navy. So they can get that to reduce their debt to ratio. I have a few Rolex and a few more. That's good. Simple. I don't have any Rolexes. They don't belong to me. I wear them for marketing purposes only. That is an amazing car. Well, the reality is which car? There's 21 of them. You voted to follow us back, support. Good, thank you, thank you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, good morning, good morning. As we do this, okay, I got all these good mornings. 128 stores. Well, they're all right. That's what sucks with me. Well, the reality is, I don't know about the 128 stores. So the reality is, they should be divisions. See, I'll watch too many people fall down because they have one LLC or pieces. All right, so what do? We simple share people, haha. All right, I want to 18 divisions because I want to understand is 100% recommended. Well, the reality is 18 divisions give us 9 lines of credit, 9 locations. The other thing you got to remember, one thing is about positioning. Banks want the division or corporation to be 2 years old. So the faster you do divisions, the faster they can age. 60 billion, that's with a B. That's right, that was a B. Billion, the reality is that's what I create for my clients and myself. Refresh program, no problem, 25,000. All right, for escrow. Well, 25,000 is like a beginner's escrow. That's what I like you to do. I don't want you to, I'm on an apartment complex, and half the people say, no. An apartment complex, you're going to put $1 million in it. That's what should be done. $1 million. So again, we're going to have basically 9 people plus myself basically take money off of the line of credit. Line of credit's going to be like $100,000. We put $1 million in an apartment complex to leverage the equity and the asset, turn it into notes, and do assignment of assets, assignment of equity, assignment of lease, assignment of contract. All right, congratulations here. How much do the courses cost? All classes on Saturday are free. How much you want to? Why don't you write me a check for free, okay? I've been teaching and preaching for classes for free, giving corporations for free 50 years too. See, my goal is to help the people. All right. So the reality is, you want to keep watching circus. Go watch circus. Go wee all the way home. Okay, simple. You do, we do. That's what it is. Rapper, rescore. Should always do. Yes. No. Okay. All right. Pros, cons for credit repair LLC. Well, credit repair is a fraud. Unless you're trying to get them to remove your bad credit and you're a crook, then you're trying to rip off the creditor, which is not very fair to them. But it's what happens all the time. So think about things yourself, okay? I'm the goat. I'm good. Thank you. I think God is the goat, but the reality is I don't call God a goat. Okay, so we do this. You full of credit. Yep, that's right. Well, I'm not. The corporations are. My credit, I maintain an 846 because it's boring. My wife does the same thing because, we do the same thing because it makes sense. We have our, 71,000 of safety, but we know what card to jack up. We don't jack up cards like you do. You brought the pain up because you backed yourself in a damn corner. That kind of sucks. I don't want you to do that. God bless you, brother. God bless all of you. It's very simple. Okay, see if I'm missing. How do you say it hit up about mortgage? I already told you about that. That's the link below. That's Pathlight. Okay, fun stuff as well. Okay, link trade. I want a blueprint loan. Well, again, like I told you already, you got to have that, American Express Gold or Platinum card. No problem. Let's see if I miss anything. 25%. You got that down. Okay. Discussing that as well. Okay. And that, all right, how do we do this? It's very simple. All right, 1.5 acre. That's just a front yard for us, okay? My wife has her zoo. She has an acre in the back. She does all kinds of stuff. She does all kinds of silly things. So we do this, go, escrows. All right, look like I answered all those questions. Let's go over here. Okay. If you have any more questions, throw them out there, okay? From there, what do we do? So let's understand today, okay? Today, your goal would be basically repackaging you. We'd look at if you want the mansion or the goodies, simple. I always got things like this through an irrevocable trust. I don't put anything in my name. I'm not silly enough to have anything in my name today. Irrevocable trust, for instance, that's what you should do. So let's go to you today. Let's think today, you have an LLC. Okay, leave the LLC alone because you already paid for it. It's already set up. It's aging, maybe has a bank and a tax ID. LLC has 18 divisions. 18 divisions now, that means we get these cards, all right, these cards and all the other cards. There are 10 cards to go get. Each division will have its own card, its own way, line of credit as well. It's checkbook money. So if we want to basically today have the ability to create the finance to be able to dream. Borrow money is not taxable. So it's like anything else today, what we're looking to do. That's actually a mouse pad, by the way, if you take a picture of that. Okay? I have them in red, white, and blue. So again, what happens? The mouse pad. I send them out to everybody all the time. Valerie's in charge of it. You just put in the link, you want a mouse pad, we send it to you. That's how it works. So again, all right, red, white, blue, depends on what's in stock. But again, what do? Your goal is to understand that is a mouse pad to help you get past go. Now, if you need reference of credit, let me know that too, because I mean, I have 1,200 cards to play with for all of you. 1,200, okay? So we can actually use histories, real histories, not trade line crap. It's like there's all this crap out there. There's people out talking about CPNs. CPNs are consumer private number. Those are actually under the Fair Lending Act and federal law. They're actually fraud unless they're using it for witness protection. That's why we want to talk about it today. Again, all right, CPNs, wrong. When you say this is a trade line, you bought a trade line, you saying that's on your credit report is actually your credit. You're lying. All right, you sign or you say under penalty of perjury that you're going to make sure your credit report is accurate and verifiable. You do your job and you have to realize apply for credit. But the goal should be this. The ultimate goal should be 18 divisions. I got an LLC, got 18 divisions. I have an LLP, 18 divisions. I have a C Corp. I have a nonprofit. I have a PC. Everything you have, what you have today, just add divisions to what you have so you don't waste a lot of money. Why waste money? The goal would be like anything else today. For instance, let's say we want to go get this, let's pick the gas station, okay? Here's $1.2 million, okay? We're going to put more. Let's say they wanted $1.90 million. They asked for more. They came back for it, back and forth, back and forth. And the bottom line is very simple. They want a down payment. How much of a down payment do we put on $1 million? Okay, it's very simple. If we were to play the game, it's like anything else today, you should have a blueprint. The blueprint of success is what you should do based on structuring your whole life, what you're trying to do. But again, we have to look at what needs to be done as well. So the bottom line would be up to you and how to play. For instance, let's do this. Where's that? Okay, so we're way over there. They move all my stuff after Saturday classes. How do you add divisions? Well, let's do this. Who's got a tablet and pen? Got a tablet pen? Let's do this for the fun of it. Let's turn around and think about it. Let's not push anything and knock it over. What did I do? Okay? Now, you're going to have me, and I'm going to reference this all the time. This is Winning the Game of Business. This is my first series I put out there in 1976. By the way, I was basically 16 years old, worth millions of dollars at 16. So, if we turn around today and we wanted to change our lives, okay, first what you'd have to do is understand your structure. Your whole structure is with you, okay? This means you'd have to create a blueprint as an example, okay? I'd like to create one with you or for you, but again, depends if you want to basically have me help you. So if we had basically an SS5 form, okay? There's your thing. You got to realize one thing. There's an SS5 form the IRS has on all of us. We have an SS5 form. They tax our paycheck because we gave them permission to do so. So what this means is very simple. SS5 equals SSN equals 1040 tax return. So here's your paycheck. It's going to be taxed. You agreed on this stuff. Your problem is you don't realize what an SS5 is. You have no idea what the hell that is. And your problem is you get your SSN in your pocket, in your purse or wallet. You're not supposed to laminate, use for ID purposes, or carry it with you. And your whole problem is you. The reality is simple. We all have to file a 1040 tax return. So what do? We're trying to do tax balancing. So when you look at the IRS, what they are, they're in charge. So here's the IRS right here. Here's the liars, all right, and that's what it is. They're the bullies and the liars. As far as I'm concerned, they're full of crap. But I have no choice. I have to deal with them. So you have to do the same thing. Here's you trying to do tax balancing. But your problem you have to realize today is what about your paycheck? Your paycheck. What paycheck do you need today? Okay, you got to focus on something. Do you need right now for your bill $64.20? Okay, or do you need $10,000? Okay, it's lousy 10,000. So again, what paycheck do you need today, ladies and gentlemen? Seriously, you don't even know. You have no idea what your bills are. You're running your life at the seat of the pants. I don't get it. Or know your damn numbers and know how to position this right. The IRS is going to tax your paycheck. Okay? You get your paycheck and you go, where's my money? Well, here's your problem. You're so busy doing you, which kind of sucks. Okay? So, again, all right, what is the paycheck you need today? So, again, I'm going to write a better 10,000, okay? I didn't ask what you want. I asked what you need. There's the difference. So, whatever paycheck you get today is going to be taxed, okay? So, the IRS gets their cut from your paycheck, okay, the moment you get a paycheck. You go to personnel, where's my money? No. You signed the SS5 or mommy did. You gave permission to take the tax. See, they don't explain things to you, and they should always explain it to you. Your paycheck is taxed, you get the leftover. Then everything you touch again is tax, probably when you're dead. That's how it works, because you're not paying attention. You're so busy being you, doing it wrong, it's ridiculous. How do I get my paycheck back? Well, first of all, look at a house. I'm going to say have a house payment, because why? For 24 years, okay? 24 years, this house payment, for 24 years, right here, okay, is interest only. So this is interest only. If I have a paycheck, they're going to tax my paycheck. I get it back because I have a house payment. I'm going to say house payment recycles your paycheck, because they didn't explain this to you. They should have. You pay rent, you make it someone else rich. House payment, you now the same bill you had to pay anyway, you get it back. So we want tax balancing. The next thing is you being you. Here's you, and you got married. Fantastic. So now we have two yous, but guess what? You actually became one. You now pay more money in taxes because you're married. Congratulations. Under God's eyes, God, family, money. God, family, money. That's how it works. God is always first. He created us, who we are. Let's give all the thanks to God. Family, money, no problem. So we became one. The problem you got to realize is you become one. If you buy this house, you shouldn't buy a joint. Because escrow, closed, homestead, trust don't have a house. Look in the link below, and it says Pathlight. So if I buy my first house and convert it to a mortgage after coma, that's what I use. It's very simple. You have the ability to have 3 divisions of me. Let's write down divisions of me. Division of me. You should be doing this every time I do it, because eventually you'll just do it in your sleep. And that's what the goal should always be. Creating your blueprint. Let me help you on the first one and give you your goals. It's a line of defense, a line of defense. You're going to master a form called SS4. The SS4 form says employer, line 1 says entity or individual person. So you have the ability to change your life if you wanted to. You're so busy being right, you're wrong. Okay? I'm not right. I'm just basically showing you the facts. I'm not trying to be right. This is my way it works. Your way sucks. See, every one of you have a choice today. Your choice is to change your life. And it's about time to get off your butt and do it. Get up every day an hour earlier. You're going to tell me you have an LLC. Fantastic. I have an LLC. No problem. There's 9 kind. What kind do you have? You have an LLP. Fantastic. LLP. Okay, you have a C Corp. You have basically an S Corp. You have a nonprofit. You have a PC. Okay? So here's our categories. So understand something. The LLC is not a corporation at all. Neither is the LLP. C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC. Okay? So corporations don't pay unemployment tax. They do it through the paycheck. LLCs pull these BS draws and crap. Let your children work there. Let your wife work. Stop it. Okay? It's like when you have a house in an LLC. You're trying for them to pay their rent, and they signed an agreement. Because you don't understand homestead block, or you see someone trying to mortgage, sign with anything, you let them bring the pain home to you all the time. When this screws up, they basically screw you up. They sue this, they sue you. You're the duck and sheep. All these things are on the IRS, what are they? Secretary of State website. There's 2 things. One of these pieces, all of them get an SS4. Okay? From there, that's basically from the IRS. This is IRS, okay, giving you an SS4. Understand, SS4, IRS. Everything else is state. A corporation is filed at state level, all right, state level. What happens with you, you're getting a tax ID for the what? the corporation to open the bank account under a bank that's federally what? Insured, the bank. What happens, you're not paying attention. That's just you. You don't pay attention to dilly squat as far as I'm concerned. I hope you do, but I don't think you do. The LLC, all these pieces, whatever it is, all right, I want you to realize one thing. I want you to have 18 divisions. 18 divisions, and that's what I want you to have. So it's a choice, okay? Let's say you have an LLC, an LLP, C Corp, nonprofit, PC, all these pieces. Doesn't matter to me. Okay, in the beginning, I want you to have 18 divisions. I don't care what you have. What you have is already set up. Use what you have set up. All right, I'm hoping you draw what I draw. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It was funny when I used to take my cat to the Bonaventure, because I had 9 divisions, I have 9 lives, cats have 9 lives. $1 million corporation. This is actually a management company. See, I built $1 million for credit from a cat to prove my point as a stunt. And they didn't like that, so the system like, oh, I'll just do what I wanted to do. Here's a house. It's in a division. Here's another house. I'm separating liabilities, what I'm doing, okay? Rich and famous people own companies, and you do the same thing. Your companies are your divisions. Your divisions get 9 lines of credit. I had my first Jack in the Box at 19. My Shakey's Pizza, okay? I had my 30-win flavor ice cream place, okay? My apartment complex, no problem. My donut stores, my cleaning companies, my printing companies, all these pieces, what do? So the bottom line is your problem with you don't pay attention. You see, the corporations get 100,000 of credit. 100,000 credit. What's that mean? You get one of these. 100,000, right there, okay? It's got a pay over time limit of 100,000. Here's ink cards, 50,000 each on each card. We get a line of credit at the bank. These are lines of credit for 150. It's called checkbook money. And you position yourself, okay? So that's 100,000. Now, we can do it per division. Each division has its own credit file per division. So that means I now have $1 million of credit just off of a gold or a platinum card. If I had both, I had $2 million of credit. See, the goal is building a foundation, building a dream. This is a division of me. See, I told you to have them over here, but I want them under this umbrella. I want the division of me under SS4. That's why I want it done. I don't want it under SSN because it makes no damn sense. This is C for contracts. This is supply for cash credit. This is just cash credit because we're just building money, okay? You have a car today, but the problem you have that car, you're the registered owner. When they sue the registered owner, they sue you. I would say, hey, let's write this down. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corporate of my family. I'm willing to sacrifice the division, not the corporate of my family. See, the corporation needs to be protected because you need to protect it from you because you keep doing it wrong anyway. Rich and famous people own corporations. Now they have companies own companies. So what do? Registered owner is always a division. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corporate of my family. Okay? The registration of a car, okay, is basically get your home address on it, which is wrong. It's kind of dumb. Your driver's license, insurance. This should be basically a mailing address, okay? So if you build a line of fence, this is 9 lines of credit, for instance. So I have 9 lines of credit right here. That's 9. Okay? I have 9 locations or something. There's another 9. That's the 18 I told you to have. Again, I don't care if you have an LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC in the beginning. Because in the beginning, I don't care. Because why? Because you're not going to listen until you learn that I'm not full of crap. The LLC is going to be an S Corp because I said so. So it's a C Corp. Because basically it has reasonable compensation. Your compensation is your paycheck offset by the house payment with the IRS. You get to break even. You can knock off the crap you do today because what you do today sucks. I don't like it. Sorry. I think what you do is wrong. But again, at the same time, we want to have a nonprofit corporation. Nonprofit has 501c3, and we have a division of a nonprofit for one reason. We want a piece of property under the division. That's only $112,000 monthly grant money if you want to create a job or have a job or whatever. But again, it can be up to that, $112,000. See, your problem is you, the way you do things. I don't like what you do. I think the problem is most of you, sorry, half of you are lazy. The other half is you're not willing to do damn work. And I'll put you in a class and teach you the real stuff. And my classes are free right now, have been this last year and a half, because as I'm saying bye. This is my last and final year to coach people personally 6 days a week. I'm going on business trips, and I'm going to broadcast everywhere I go so I can write it off at the same time with a group of people that are my private coaching. If they're not my private coaching, then they just go away. It's simple. See, I'm the guy that's not full of crap. There's too many people out there full of crap. So again, I don't know if you want the American dream. You say you do, but are you willing to listen and learn? This is 18 bank accounts on one corporation. 18 bank accounts. This is $2.7 million of credit. How many of you want to be rich? Who wants to be rich? Please say yes. If you want to be rich, please say you want to be rich. I want you to know who wants to do it. Say yes, please. Come on. I want to be rich. I just need some yeses out. Come on, everyone. Yes. Oh, now they're learning how to talk. They're saying no. You got a lot of yeses. Good. Keep saying yes. Come on. Keep saying yes. Quit being silly. Okay? See, your answer should be no, my corporation wants to be rich. The moment you want to put yourself in first category, in first place, you're the duck and sheep. You're the duck and sheep. You might as well walk around and go, bah, 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 I'm a duck, I'm a sheep. Might as well. It's out there all the time. So if you turn around today and had your blueprint, okay? Your blueprint, what we just designed, and you listen and learn, you could actually have a $1 million company in the next 12 months minimum. You can't even screw it up. How's that? You cannot screw up my teaching. You cannot screw it up. I give a 99% it will work. Only 1% of you would screw up. Unfortunately, hopefully you never screw up, but you do. Don't screw up. So what happens is if we create this, let's understand, as we play this game to win. I want you to understand something. 3 American Express cards is $300,000 of credit. It would create $30,000 a month. So it's like this here. It's like very simple. So if we take 3 American Express cards, just 3 of the cards, okay? There is literally 300,000, 100,000 paid overtime limit. That can equal 30,000 a month income. 600,000, 60,000. 9, same thing. So every American Express card can actually help you finance the ability to look at how much credit you want to build and where you want to go. 3 divisions is 300,000, 30,000, 600,000, 60, 9, 100,000 a month income. Okay, I'm going to use the credit in the files we have, division files to buy Bitcoin, gold, silver, stock exchange. I want to have an apartment complex, a Wendy's, a storage unit, a Jack in the Box, a gas station, a store. You see, that mouse pad's your future. I don't care if you have that LLC, LLP, what do you have? What I care is you have 18 divisions, and then we'll convert the corporation into an S corp as we need to. Unfortunately, you're allowing the LLC to do something. It makes no sense. Why don't we go get a blueprint loan? Why don't we knock off our crap, quit scrolling, and pay attention, and get a blueprint loan? But again, it's up to you. If you want to be rich, I can't teach you to be rich. If you want a corporation to be rich, I'll teach you to do that. That's what works. I don't want to put myself in the first party, ever. I drive company cars. I don't have a car. I don't have a car registered to me. It makes no damn sense. They sue the registered owner, they would sue me, they'd sue my spouse. That's called dumb. When I'm dumb. Your problem with you, your car is registered to you today. It's registered to you. They sue you in a bumpity bump, they're going to sue your spouse. And then you're going to bring the pain home. Now what's going to happen? Now you have friction in your marriage. This is what happens in marriages all the time. There's no reason to ever be broke. There's no reason at all. For instance, this one here, okay? Why don't we take today, okay? We close a bunch of escrows every day and every week. It's fun. Last week, I think we closed 11 escrows. It was fun. Now, If I have a product that's $100,000 as a down payment, am I going to do that? Maybe. The $100,000, you don't have it. If you took it from a line of credit, that means that line of credit must be $150,000. Numbers never lie, only people lie. So if I spend $25,000 into an escrow because I only have $50,000 line of credit, numbers don't lie. So here's B of A, here's Chase, Wells Fargo, the US Bank. These are 150s. So if I spend 50, all right, or I have 50, I go and spend 25. 75, I can spend 50, 100, 75, 150, 100. So numbers can't lie to us. Again, what happens? They never lie, only people lie. So if I was putting $100,000 in a project, that project is probably a $1 million project. That project's going to probably give me $96.20 a month for every division the rest of my life. In other words, if we did this correctly, okay? So let's say we went backwards, we went 100,000 right there. Every one of you could do this today. But again, you'd have to have your structure, finance, and dream. $100,000 in an escrow. All right, I put usually 9 people plus myself in that escrow. It is a $1 million project. $1 million. Each division is roughly, let's just round it off, I'm going to say $10,000, okay? Because it fluctuates from $96.20 to $11,000. That's what it does, okay? So I use the lowest number possible, but let's just round off to 10 because it's a fluctuation of $96.20 to $11,000, okay? If you had $10,000 a month coming in for a division, okay, what would we do? We would unmultiply it. You're not rich, your corporation's receiving money. Borrow money is not taxable. Write it down. Borrow money is not taxable. I'm using corporate credit to offset the taxes because corporate credits are right up to the corporation anyway. So, damn, it's free money. I mean, you've been stealing money from your family to start your business since day one, which is the dumbest thing I've ever watched in my life. I might take my money and my life, my personal money, and start the foundation. Foundation builds the dream, and that's what it should do, foundation. But again, when I wrote Winning the Game of Business, I put this out there in 1976. 76. So we understand something. So if I do basically set up my structure, my finance, my dream, I have my LLC, LLPC, Corp, nonprofit, whatever it is. I want my 18 divisions. One division has a project. Usually your first project, you're using $50,000 line of credit. You're allowed to invest $25,000. Okay, I'm saying allowed because that's what I allow. If you want to do your own damn thing. I don't let you max things out. So again, if I had $25,000 in an escrow, I'm going to pick a laundromat, a dry cleaners, or car wash. I'm going to pick an auto income business that's run by a third party. I'm just an investor. All I want to do is invest in something and get a return on my investment. And unfortunately, people, I want to do crypto. Well, do crypto then, okay? But if you do crypto, you do it as a division of a corporation because you're using the credit from the corporation to do it. If you did crypto as a division, you can fluctuate up to 47%. You lose or win, it's a write-off. All right, it goes up and away. What do? You're trying to win the game. If it's gold, silver, stock trading. But again, that's not hard asset. Hard asset will be basically storage unit, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, car wash, apartment complex. When you literally get serious about the income, your goal should be creating $100,000 a month to the corporation. $100,000. Then your paycheck needs to be your write-off base. Your paycheck should be write-off base. Means for one thing. My paycheck equals my write-off base. My lifestyle is my income. My income is my lifestyle. I have to look at it different ways because what do you do today? You got to pay your bills. You got to take care of your house, your wife, your cat, dog, and your fish. And that's your goal. You got to take care of family first. It is God, family, money. It always has been. God, family, money. Bills are paid. We're okay. If you can feel you're comfortable, okay, you're all right. But then that's not the time you stay comfortable. That's the time you basically get to what? You go get your pieces. You go get your pieces. Every division has its own credit file. Every division can roll the dice, give it a hell of a try. Unfortunately, you like to be in you. Stop being you. Because every time you're you bring the pain home. Become a puppet master. Every one of us should be a puppet master, controlling the assets and playing the game to win. Rich and famous people aren't rich and famous. They're puppet masters. They don't realize it. I called it a Puppet Master Club 47 years ago. So when I created the Puppet Master Club, that's when you get to that $5 million mark. So that what happens is simple. If you multiply this again and again, you get to win. But again, do you really want to win? It's simple. 25, numbers never lie to me. They never lie to me. People lie to me all the time. I just think people are full of crap. It's not new, of course. This is when I was a kid and as an adult. It's like going in the coma. Everybody's stealing my life. What happens? Because they thought they can get away with it. So if we did this correctly, for every 25,000, we start looking at laundromats. They're everywhere. Every corner has them. Which one is being seller finance? Which one's selling? What's for sale today? It's management company. Okay, it's a good investment then. Management was what? If I want a laundromat, I'm going to figure out how much money to put into it. Well, the bottom line is I'm probably going to put $100,000 down. See, if we look at two things, $100,000. $100,000, how do I divide it? Do I divide it by 4? It's 25,000 each. Do I divide it by 6? Okay, numbers have to make sense. If they don't make sense, we don't do it. Do I divide it by 2? Okay, there's a goal. So $100,000 down on the laundromat, dry cleaner, car wash. I've got to make sure we have 16,000 plus as a positive cash flow. 16,000. So if we look at 16,000 divided by what? Is it divided by 4, 2, 1, or 8, or 9? Okay? So $16,000 we have to divide by what? I'm going to divide it by what? What's the answer? What do you think the answer is going to be? 16,000 is proceeds. I'm going to divide it by 6. Okay? So 6 people. So when we look at this, what do we look at? So here's $16,000 on a project. That's what it's bringing in monthly. Monthly bringing in. So that means I need 6 people that need enough money to put as a deposit into it. Is that 16,000 creating that money monthly? Proven, yes, it's stock, whatever. We look at it from the escrow and all the pieces and UCC ones. So now, is that project a big enough project to play with? Is it $1 million project? Is it $2 million? Is it $700,000? What is creating that $16,000 of income? That's what we look at. We look at the potential of the income first, then we look at what we're trying to do. Unfortunately, most of you look at it wrong. I'm sorry, you look at it your way. I don't like your way. Okay? I want to look at something that I look at proceeds first. I look at things backwards. If all of a sudden I got $40,000 a month coming in, all right, what am I going to do? I'm going to divide it by people based on money. All right, how much money do we have to put into a project? If I had $40,000 coming on a project, and that's happening, no problem. That's probably going to be about a $600,000 project. 600,000, okay? So 40,000, do we divide it by 10,000? That means everyone gets 10,000 a month. Do we divide it by, all right, more than that? So again, versus 4, do I divide it by 6? 7,500. Do I want to divide it by what? 8. Okay, based on the project, based on who I have clients lined up that week or that next week to get an escrow, that determines what we're going to do. So numbers never lie to me, just people do. So, is it a bigger project? All of a sudden I get this project that's going to give us literally, okay, we have a project right now, $64,000 a month. That's a damn big project. For $64,000 a month income, all right, do I do it as one person, 2 people, 5 people, 10 people? I look at 65,000, I'm looking at 64,000 actually. I'm looking at the money, okay? How many people do I have to put into that project and there's enough income they get to a paycheck? That's the goal. Again, numbers never lie to me, only people do. So I basically look at the 64,000 because it's a big project. But have they people that are clients did their first 1 or 2 projects? So I slow people down all the time. They don't like it. I had 4 last week. I want an apartment complex, right? No, you don't. Why? Because you don't have $1 million to put in the project. You have not done anything. You don't have a line of credit. You don't have a line of credit at your bank for 150s. You don't have your Chase cards, 300,000. You don't have your 250s American Express yet. When you do, you can look at a bigger project. When you don't have the ability to do that project yet. So again, we look at numbers. Numbers have never lied. They never lie. So how many of you want $100,000 of credit? Who wants 150s? I mean, who wants 150s? They're the corporation. All right. Then we get daisy chain per division. Who wants a $150,000 line of credit? Come on, let's ask the question. Who wants a 150? Okay. So if I get a 150,000 line of credit, can I multiply by division? Yes, I can. So the answer is yes. We all want that. So that's the ability to finance the dream. So here's $150,000 that we could get into a project. Okay. Once again, all right, you might do the small project. That's the next one, and next one. So if we all have $150,000 right now, what do? The goal is we put some in an escrow. Okay. Let's do it. Well, the reality is you have to get the setup done right. You're financing your dream, understand, and everybody does, okay? I get anybody, hell, I got my cat $1 million of credit. So my cat can buy the damn thing. So it's not the point of you have it. The point is having your divisions done. Are you set up right? Can you be a CFO? Can you be a chief financial officer with a 750 score, or does your credit score suck? There's your problem. You have to be prepared to do this, and that means you have to realize you're a CFO. You have to have that credit score to position yourself to go get that line of credit for 150s. If you don't have 150s, the reality is you basically aren't ready. So again, if you want 150s, what do? These are 150s, okay? If I'm going to go get the American Express loan, because here's my goal, I want my division process, 18 divisions with my LLC, C Corp, nonprofit, PC. Whatever you have, keep what you have, position yourself. American Express, okay, is going to give us the ability to basically put some in an escrow. The escrow could be based on what we're talking about. Remember, I'd like to send you a mouse pad because it makes sense to me, because that's the future. I think every one of you should be doing auto income. Who wants $100,000 a month to the corporation? How many of you want $100,000 a month, corporation? Come on, who wants $100,000 to the corporation every month? You see, this is where numbers never lie. To have $100,000 of income to a corporation, all right, I'm going to say you need 18 divisions, 9 lines of credit, 9 locations. Okay? Now, if I have a bank account at B of A, I got my 18 divisions on one bank account right here. Right here is one, all right, one bank account, 18 divisions. This got 150 per division. That's 2.7 million. Again, this person's not ready for a big project. Yes, they have the money, but they're not positioned right. Right, okay? Again, we daisy chain the credit to each division. So again, do you want to get structure and finance and dream? Structure plus finance and dream, that's what it is. You have to realize what that does for you, okay? If I have my LLC with 18 divisions, I'm okay. Now, how's my personal credit, my CFO yet? If I'm a C Corp, nonprofit PC or S Corp, to have my 18 divisions. Division process gives us the ability to finance that business. Again, rich and famous people never allow their parent company to do business. Why would they do that? They position themselves correctly. It's like tonight we have at 4:30, I have other classes I'll be doing today. At 4:30 today, we're going to do a couple things. Okay? I'm going to have a Zoom. So some of you might go to the Zoom and ask any question you want to. Just another way we go into project, and we talk about projects as well. The more we can understand, the more we can position ourselves. And that's the goal. That's at 4:30 this afternoon. Now, that's not free. I didn't say free. Rate it? No. I'm giving enough free as it is. You might want to, be an affiliate. You might want to look in the link tree to do that and refer people. See, every one of you that was at my classes on Saturday, okay? All right, I would love for you to say thank you by showing me referrals. That's what works, okay? The word thank you, if I had a penny for every thank you, I'd be a zillionaire. Again, that's nice, but God gets the glory. I just want to make sure we get more people involved to help them. We have our what? You do, we do, I do. That's what has to happen. We have to do it together. You have the ability currently, group coaching, private coaching with specialists, or my coaching. Now, I'm pretty well sold out anyway. I think I had one position available. I don't know if it's gone or not. Again, coaching can be 3 months, 3 divisions, 1 escrow. I bid you $50,000 in credit. It's $8,000. If I got you 6 months of coaching, it's 11,000, 75,000. And let's get these things we're going to line up. Position, you're right. If I got 9 months of coaching, it's 15 grand. And we position these things as well. Okay? From there, if I have 12 months of coaching, it's 20,000 bucks. But this was me. Difference is those Kmart discount prices are over. I got mad at the reps last week, the specialists, quit giving me away for nothing. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm sold out and you want to give me a blueprint price? I mean, a Kmart price? Hell no. I was listed on one of the smartest guys on the planet list once. Okay? My stuff, nobody knows how to do what I do. Nobody. They have little pieces. They're silly people. Today, I tell you to get into a wrapper rescore to block your score, push your score up, gets in there, and get your debt to ratio down. How it works. That's how it works. Again, as we do this. So again, how much is it for the 6 months again? Okay, well, I'd get you in a blueprint call. That means basically you and I are stuck with each other. 6 months is 11,000 bucks. Okay. This, I allowed them when Brandy was here. Brandy's left and went to Texas her own thing, and she just, pricing. She gave things away. It's ridiculous. I'm changing a life. I'm giving you an income for the rest of your life. If you don't screw it up, you can't get that anywhere on this planet, anywhere besides through me. So my value is very much so. That's why they do pay me $5,000 an hour, $50,000 a day. Big companies do it all the time. But again, for you, I want to help you. That's why I'm doing all the classes for free. Learn, learn, learn. You have the ability to do it yourself if you want to. How's that working for you so far? I don't think you know what you're doing. I'm sorry. I always say people are amateurs. I watch them scroll through, Stop it. There's your future. It's not hard to understand. You should own that storage unit you drove by every damn day. You drive by it every day. Why don't you own one of these? Okay? It's not hard to do if you focus and want to do this. But again, how hard to get an American Express loan? Okay? No one talks about the $50,000 right there because it's what it is. Every one of these cards is entitled and invited to a $100,000 to $250,000 line of credit. It's right there. It's a loan. Now, what happens with my clients, if they don't have it positioned right yet, I'll help them position it. Some clients, once in a while, I will do this in a specialty client. If they're listening and learning and they prove themselves, I'll let them use my petty cash accounts. They'll vote me through a resolution as a CFO, which means very simple. We're going to use my petty cash accounts. It helped them qualify for that $250 because I can prove $400,000 in petty cash last month alone. Again, are we going to get a piece or a piece or a piece or a piece? Are we going to actually go get the American dream? It's not hard to do, but you're going to have to get off your butts. You're going to understand what that is, finding your peace of mind. I have peace of mind. What does this mean? The bills are paid. Wife, spoiled, rotten. She's the queen. She has everything she wants. She wants anything, she just go buys it. Because that's what it is. I am the king, she's the damn queen. She spoils me, I spoil her. We became one 21 years ago, people. All right, we belong to each other. The only thing I ever chase is her because she's gorgeous. All right, I look at her the same way I looked at her 21 years ago. Okay, that's what I see. I never changed the eyes to see her any other way. I don't care if she's 100 years old. I'm still going to chase her and grab her. That's mine. Mine. I tell her all the time. Mine. Baby, you belong to me. I belong to her too. See, the bottom line is we took possession of each other. There's a big difference. And I don't bring the pain home. I'm not going to go home and tell my wife my bad day. Hell no. If I have a bad day, I'm sorry. I'm going to bite my tongue and shut up. My wife doesn't have to hear it. I don't want her eyes to ever dim. Are you kidding me? All right, you have a bad day, guys. Shut the blank up and shut the door. Knock off the crap. Quit bringing the pain home. Let your queen be your damn queen. You're so busy trying to be what? I don't get it. I do not understand why a man brings the pain home in the first place. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would he ever bring the pain home? You don't have to. Why would any woman do it? If I could hire me, a long time ago, hell, I would have hired me. Okay? I went to hell and back. I've been shot. I've been knifed. I mean, hell, I'm born in a friggin' taxi. My mother didn't want me. You know what that feels like? Everybody got their mommy and daddies. I got crap. That fat man never came to my house. Okay? Guess what? I didn't have a birthday till my wife finally gave me one. Can you imagine never having a birthday or a Christmas till your wife gives you one? So don't have excuses, people. All I ever hear from people is excuses. Why me? Because life sucks sometimes. God makes us go through all kinds of stuff. That's how it works. It's not easy. If you want easy, go listen to these silly people go, wee, wee, wee. Go to one of those events and waste 3 days and spend 10 to 30,000 and listen to everybody else's damn story. Go ahead. X crap. Go for it. 142 people suing him. Damn it. Want their money back. Well, they should get their money back. Why did they pay for it in the first place? Everything they learned, they could have got themselves simple. All these pretend coaches out there, it's ridiculous. I teach people for free. Okay? All I ever ask in return is help me help you and spread the word about referrals. That's what I asked for. That's all I ever wanted. Today, the best way you could ever say thank you to me is referrals. Because that's how it works. From there, what do? Subscribe, follow. That's all you have to do. Subscribe and follow. Kind of fun stuff. But again, it's like today. Today, we're running out of time. This month's almost over. What do you have to do today to finish for this month? Okay? Do you have your 18 divisions? Do you have your rapper rescore going? Are you looking at your credit? Are you reducing your debt to ratio? Are you positioning yourself right? Are you going to be able to get credit? Be able to follow through and go get the money, get the honey. It takes money and honey, people. It's always been that way. The honey is the house, the car, the dream. Call the office, 800-254-9506. We'll have people here in about 45 minutes. Fun. I start usually at 3:15 in the morning, having some fun with every one of you. All I can tell you at the end of the day, you can go get your American dream, and nobody's in your way besides you. You're the only one holding you back. And life is going to kick your assets no matter what we do. You have the ability to change your life today, not next week, today. But again, it's how it works. So call the specialist, ask them a bunch of questions. They'll ask you questions as well, and get lined up to wrap or rescore on the pieces you're trying to do. That's all you have to do is go get it, go get it, go get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to go check about 19 bank accounts and have some fun. Make sure all the emails are being answered as well when people get here. Ready to go. So the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, is up to you. Let's do our best. Let God do the rest of him into that too. Understand something. It's very simple. It is God, family, money. God, family, money. It always has been God, family, money. It's what works for me. Hopefully it'll work for you too. And remember, at the end of the day, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all. All right, there you got on YouTube over there. All right, if you have any questions, DM us. Look into the link from there. Call the office again, as we gave you the number right there. What do we have to do? We get to have fun. The goal is to help everybody as much as we can. And if you go to the classes, you get to learn. Classes right now have been free. They don't cost you a darn thing, but guess what? You get to listen and learn to the truth, the rules and tools. Okay, and that's what it is. Rules and tools, rules and tools. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. Okay, if you have any question, call that number. People will be here in about 45 minutes. DM us, look at the link as well, and all the pieces you need to do today. Order your mouse pad, order the books, get the books and download them for free. All I want to do is change the world. This is my last and final year. Promise my wife will travel next year. But again, for the ones that I coach, basically I'm going to keep coaching people even where I go. I don't care where it is in the world, because if I promise I'm going to coach, I'm going to coach them. I have people right now reserving next year's coaching already before they run out of coaching, because I want to make sure that I coach them. Well, I've been coaching anywhere from generation to generation for 50 years. It's kind of fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.